And hello everyone, and welcome to Whispers from the Athenium presents Chapter 14 of Guardians Rebirth. Just give it a few minutes for the thing to pop up, and then we'll get started while we're waiting on that. I did a couple, but I'm just going to double check. Where is XP being siphoned to, just so I make sure that the party sheet has the correct amount of things.
For me, XP going to Pedal Knight, please.
For me, going into Druid.
I'm staying as is. I'll tell you when I'm not.
I was gonna do 50-50.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing, friendo.
Then nothing for now.
Okay.
But you're not putting your XP anywhere?
Having it all into.
He's putting it in his bucket dimension.
I'll put it in the XP bank and I'll save it for later.
Getting it to 5th level spells so I can get us some teleports is the important shit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna save like the other class for grinding levels.
Same.
Alright. Previously in Guardians Rebirth, the heroes had left the clearing of Sakura into an unknown place in the forest as the day was ending. They decided to look for their previous campsite and spent one more day in the forest before leaving. And it took some time, but as the morning light hit, Mei, Mayu, and Kaede found their campsite, but lost Haito, who decided that he might as well look for some more plants before they left, found a group of nettles, and then found himself lost. Both parties tidily awaited for a meetup, using magic to send signals, talk to animals, and find their way back, and as afternoon came, the group was reunited, and after wasting the day they allocated, they decided just to go back to Starhome and gather whatever reward was. During the night, a conversation about ropes got Mayu all flustered. The next morning, a prank from Hato led to a poor phrasing of words, and the party arrived back in town by the evening. They handed in their plants and received some money. As they finished dinner, Haito went over to Mayu to both apologize for his teasing and ask her out on a date. The next morning, they looked over the new quest and decided what to do. Well, everyone but Haito, as he was absent up until lunchtime. Meanwhile, the others asked about their advanced classes and how to access them, to which Parga answered to the best of her ability. The group went out for lunch and decided to spend a day of grinding on the first floor of the Golden Labyrinth, and granting them an experience to level up and gain their advanced classes. So they're all level 5. They've all picked an advanced class. 2 of them are using them. And yeah, before we get started, I do have new Mayu art to share. Hiya, new Mayu art to share. Am I on the right one? I'm on the wrong one. Wrong screen. Get on the right screen.
Go to the left screen.
Yeah. Bidding.
Go to the above screen.
No,
She's had a costume upgrade.
she has. So, what's everyone doing? It is the morning of the 28th of August.
It's amazing how it's only been a month.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm assuming we're all gathering together to discuss what we're actually going to do.
I imagine.
We spent the day grinding as we wanted. Did we want to take a new quest and head off, or what would you all want?
Sounds good to me.
Someone
no.
didn't like that idea.
Oh no! Oh, she's back.
Someone really didn't like that idea.
He's like, I didn't sign up for this.
I quit.
Leave.
Alright.
No, I'm just getting a lot of cutting out. I was trying to. But
Yeah.
Let's get out there first.
Well, of the quest we saw there was what? There was the hunt for the Fomorian, which seemed like not the greatest idea ever. Then there was the treasure hunt or the escort quest. Anyone have any particular preference?
Not particularly. I mean, the idea is that both of them at least lead us in areas. It leads us out and around. The more we can at least move around, see what clues maybe as to where we can even find our items better, but without really any clue, like proper guiding points. Just doing one of these as a in between time doesn't sound bad.
Treasure hunt sounds exciting, but I remember really enjoying the escort mission with what was her name again? I forgot her name. The nice fire lady that we did before. That could be fun. And that's like
Jerry?
20. Jerry, that's right. And that was like 20 gold a day, so that's I mean, that's not too bad. At least with the treasure one, like, we could get something really good, or we could get really unlucky and just get trash. I don't know. I'm up for either.
My thought for the treasure one was potentially that it could lead us to more of the artifacts we're looking for, or potentially one of the, well, the statues.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I was thinking that as well.
Where were the
So I kind of want to do the treasure hunt one.
where were the like directions again? Just remind me, because I don't have the map up.
Treasure hunt was south, the escort quest was west, and the Fomorium was to the east.
Yeah.
Let me get the
Didn't need
map.
to go east again.
So yeah, as Darian said, northeast of your position is where they were messaged. But you will be going for the other two missions. You'll be going across country lines into Stretz and Naviro. Yeah, into Fellas and Naviro.
Okay, so we're actually going places.
Yeah.
It would cross continent or county, whatever.
Place.
Yeah, this is the updated map. I don't think I've showed it yet. But yeah,
I think you showed it last session.
Yes.
I showed you guys. I don't know if I should
I-
stream
I don't think we should
Okay.
stream.
because I didn't think it was necessary to.
That's fair.
Well, unless
That's
everybody,
actually a pretty far traveled strips.
unless everyone is specifically against it, I'm personally for the treasure hunt on the off chance we find something particularly useful on our travel.
Well, we got 2 strong votes for treasure hunt, and I don't really mind either way, so I'll just go with that.
There we go then.
Hands raised. Wait.
Okay, it's like, did you want to vote as well, Kaide, or does it not really matter at this point?
She kind of like puts up her hands like, there's no point really. Like, she doesn't like. She always said she didn't really mind either way. She's just like, yeah, I mean, whatever works. As long as we're moving around is the main thing.
Well, there's a few more things we have to collect on the way out, I guess. I'll grab some more supplies, maybe if anyone wants them. I'm going to grab some more rations before we go, but we should probably grab this quest. And we'll do
Oh,
a-
I wouldn't worry too much about rations. Maybe just a few. I got a spell. I can make lots of food.
You grab that one.
I
I
thought
don't-
it'd be useful.
Hatter opens his like pack at his hip, looks at the rations he bought the day before that he was planning that he was gonna claim he bought today, frowns slightly and looks back and is like, "That's great, that's awesome."
I mean, I have 17 as well, so...
I have 40.
Oh, Jesus
How
Christ.
much?
40.
Darren, you gotta stop stockpiling in every campaign.
I can't help it. Harold
I
has
mean,
250
we still-
rations of them.
Most of that is Barnabas. She's like, I just got. It seemed cool. Like I was always worried about running out of food on the road, so
I
now
mean,
we don't have to worry.
And I
well, I
also
mean,
picked up
we
a
should
spell that
still
will keep
have
us safe.
physical food, just in I don't know, in case something happens, or if
Oh
you,
yeah.
if you
I'm-
you know don't want to have the spell, want to change it for something else, we shouldn't rely on it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're in a dangerous area, I might need my spell slots for nasties, and let's hope that's not the case because But
Alright.
yeah.
So Haja goes and grabs the treasure hunt
Yep.
thing and goes to Parga to turn it in and be like, "We're taking this one."
Alright, so I will set up for Z to meet you probably around noonish. I would recommend that it is a desert, so prepare for that.
Yep.
Water skins.
Do we not have those already? We don't.
We
Water
lost
skins?
everything.
Did I? Yeah,
Unless
no.
you got a new one.
I thought I would have replaced that, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you would have.
We better get some clocks that cover so we don't get burned. Some white cloaks.
Travelers'
One
clothes have those
skin.
built in.
True. She says as she like looks at her cloak.
I pull up like my dark hood. That's
Just
part of the
seems a
outfit.
little
And I'm just like sitting there looking at my clothing with no cloak. Just like, oh, okay then.
Well, you have fur. It's a bit different for you, I guess.
I mean,
You probably have to worry about sand getting caught in your fur.
Kitty cats get
Ugh.
sunburned still too. Especially white kitty cats.
Well, you learn something new every day. Maybe you do need a cloak.
Yeah, susceptible to skin cancer. It's really bad.
Oh, good, thank you.
Well, you better get a cloak.
Well, that's really dark.
Yeah, there was one that was in the rescue place that I volunteered at. That he didn't have any ears because I had to get his ears cut off. It was very sad. He was really cute. He didn't seem to mind. It's just a real problem with white kitty cats.
I don't know if I should be covering our ears or not for this.
Wait, whose ears?
You.
You're a white kitty cat. Well, I'm going to go and purchase myself a water skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because that might be useful. And I'm really glad I took the create food and water.
Or
thing as well.
get the extra large version of the water skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
One water skin is 2 silver, so can we buy a 5 times standard water skin?
Can I just fill the rest of my inventory with water skins?
A water skin will cost 1 gold.
Yeah, so 2 gold for an extra large.
I mean, like, they say they hold 4 pints of liquid. That's a lot. 4
I can
pints
drink
is
4 pints pretty
pretty
easily.
That's because you're an alcoholic.
So, how much did you say it was in your game?
1 gold.
1 gold, okay. Yeah.
I already have a
I'll
water
purchase
skin on me.
one.
I'll buy one of those as well. And how much will a cloak cost?
Let's have a look see for you. Missy, can you sit down?
No.
A cloak is 3 GP apparently.
Yeah. And that can be with the hood or without.
Yeah, with the hood, please.
Yeah.
You want cool.
Say some
Well,
shit.
the hood is the important part of the cloak to cover my
No, it's to be cool.
head. So I can keep my ears.
Based on facts, you know.
Well, this is
Should never
fantasy,
let
so
should never really let your cats be outdoor cats anyway, but like especially not white cats because they do get seriously burnt.
Yeah.
this white cat's a druid.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
I don't think.
No, you
Yeah, but,
should
like,
let
even
cats
if it's a
outside.
cloak.
We should kill all the birds, cause fuck them.
Oh,
I'm also still somewhat human, and not a full cat.
Isn't that right,
yeah, but
Missy?
humans
I mean,
also
what?
let that sort of stuff happen wrong with them as well.
The
Since
issue is with the white fur.
It's the paler
Rather
the
than
complexion.
shape. Yeah, exactly. It's not the shape of the cat.
No, it's the complexion.
you're saying I'd be fucked if I went
melanin.
outside.
Is that
Oh, actually, I want to. I'll round up my rations to 25 as well.
a kicker?
Everyone wants to
that's
still
that's
put
an
rations.
extra
I'm
6.
just keeping 10 because it's still 10 days. I think that's enough.
I have 17.
We'll, if
How much
desperately
rations
need it, we'll pass by a town. Like
I have create food and water.
exactly. Like if we can't somehow do that, there's a town nearby, like somewhere.
They don't spoil. We can. It's fine. I'll eat them eventually.
That's
You've gotta be prepared, Kay.
I am prepared.
Get 40 rations.
I'm prepared as I need to be. Thank you very much.
How much do
And now,
rations cost?
and now I flip the card.
Okay. As you all,
I just
yes.
want to ask like one thing because I don't particularly have good knowledge on this subject. Is there anything else we might particularly need, like for a desert-like scenario, that I'm just not remembering?
Sunscreen.
Yo, did I have that here?
Probably not the actual
Maybe
sunscreen, but some topical cream that will.
Like aloe.
Do they have it for sensitive skin? Like,
I think any
It's
skin.
SPF 40, SPF 50.
I think any
Yeah, I
skin is
know.
sensitive skin in the fucking desert.
I need to know the exact makeup of the queen. Yeah, I'm good then.
Is it possible to buy an umbrella?
Yeah,
You mean a parasol?
No, an umbrella.
they are the exact same.
No,
Yeah, I
parasols
don't
have
think
flowers on them.
Also, I don't know.
So
if you'd
can
be able to buy
umbrellas.
That would
collapse-
help against the sun extra.
I don't think you'd be able to buy a collapsible umbrella in this current age of technology.
In this economy.
You know what, Darren? You should make that as your adversary.
I assume as the shopping wraps up around and you all meet up again at the guild hall, in front of it, next to Parga, talking, seems to be a young, small, relatively tan-skinned halfling woman. She seems to have a bow on her back, and like a huge setup for like going, a large backpack, a bunch of like equipment to it. She seems to be wearing a cloak similar to yours, light in color for more reflectivity. But as you all approach, Parga points them out, and she walks up to you. Suppose you're gonna be my party. Hi, I'm Z.
Nice
Nice.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Z. I'm Haito.
My name's Mayu.
Nay.
Hey,
Nice to meet you. So we're going to Avira. It's gonna be hot. I have this, and she pulls out like a scroll. I was reading a bunch of books, and there is some potential. Let me see. Stop. I need that mouse. There is some potential goal of treasure that I've been researching for quite a while now. I think I know where it is. It's probably a few days away from the oasis, almost near the town of Koken in Avira. So it should be good. Probably maybe about 4 days travel if the heat doesn't get to all of us.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
We feel like we've prepared pretty well, but at the same time, it's the first time we're going to be going into this area. Do you think there's anything we might have missed at all? We have water skins, we've got the cloaks, and we're pretty stocked up on rations, and I have some spells that can make food. Anything else you can suggest?
Not really. The desert's going to be tough regardless of what you bring in. So just having a steady supply of food and water and a way to keep warm at night is your best bet.
Well, I've got something to keep us safe at night, so we won't have to worry about that.
Does
That'll
that
stop
work
the
with-
winds?
And temperature?
Well, it'll keep out whatever we don't want to come in. So
Like
temperature-wise, not so much, but sand, that'll at least stop that. That'll be a bit of a tight squeeze. All right.
Alright, well, if everyone's ready to go, I'm ready to go now.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
all turn to Kaido.
sorry, I'm just gonna try and get my medication.
They look at you and like, so, I'll leave the decision if we want to just go as the crow flies from Starholm, or if we want to make a path along the road to maybe the Glazed Tower. Yeah. I'll leave the route to you. Doesn't really matter. Like, it's not a map that I'm following. It's just a set of texts that were founded during the last era.
I personally think when journeying through unfamiliar territories, following the road's probably the safest idea. Plus, southwest of here isn't exactly the safest right now. At least it wasn't recently. So following the road south directly and then going westward from the towers sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah. I don't really mind, honestly.
gives a nod. Alright then.
Even if we have to go off path, it's been too difficult for us, I think. I think we've done it enough times at this point.
Yeah,
We'd better be safe where we can.
that works for me. Alright, let's get going. As Z starts walking, and when a group dynamic is formed, she'll sit herself roughly in the middle for like a marching order, etc.
Mm-hmm.
As your first day, let me go get the travel map so I can figure out where you would be. So it's the half a day. If you go your full 4 tiles, you'll get there probably middle of the night-ish to Sudanale, as the road follows.
Yeah, I'd say we go at the full
Yeah, fuck it.
distance.
I don't see the right reason not to.
I can always put up dancing lights where we walk, so it's not like we'll be walking in the dark.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, as you all start walking, if you've got no scenes or anything for the day, eventually probably around like 11 to like 1 a.m. You arrive in Sudanale.
I don't think I have anything particularly.
Well, find a place to rest for the night and keep going early in the morning, I guess.
I'm gonna miss the grassy plains. I don't think I've ever been to a desert before.
Either.
Opening my notes.
Actually, I do have something I wanted to ask. Because Z, like, really, like, as we get closer, I guess, to the town.
Oh, there's also a scene. As soon as you leave Starholm itself, you see she like pulls out a thing, a thing from her pocket, throws it in the air and whistles, and a lizard, probably maybe slightly bigger than like a German Shepherd, blue scales, a large horn in the middle of its face, and it starts crackling with electricity as it gets summoned. As she summons her Draken Ward.
Oh, yo.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Whoa!
They're so pretty.
That's what I wanted.
That.
What did you say, May?
How did you do that?
Oh, this is Laura. She's been my friend for a while after one of my ancestors found a dragon and they gave it the scale, and then I found it, and there was like a blood bond or whatever, and now she shows up whenever she wants.
Wait, what?
You heard it.
Oh, she's not.
Awesome.
It's not blue. It's like Moonstone. My bad. The token's blue.
That's even cooler.
The token's blue. That's why I was confused. Yeah, it's like almost like a very fluorescent stone drake.
Wait,
That's
Hansa,
a lie. That's pretty cool.
Is this? So wait, your ancestor found a dragon, and then something happened, and it made a drake that is your friend now.
My ancestor found a dragon.
right?
The dragon didn't eat her and gave her one of the scales, and then I found it, and because of ancestral draconic magic, it became bonded to me. And then the next day I woke up with an egg, and then I hatched it, and then Lura popped out.
Wow.
What a quaint way to make a friend.
Cool.
What's it like traveling with a dragon?
She can be a handful. She likes to eat and bite on things. So I have to keep an eye on her. As you see, as Lyra, like as she's talking, Lyra goes off and grabs like a stick, instead of like bringing it back like a dog, just like fucking breaks it in half. Like it's a big like large branch off a tree and it just snaps in the middle as she just bites down.
I start using my my mage hand invisibly to just like lift one of the branches up and like just kind of like one that has like a lot of leaves on it, and just like dangle it above the dragon, and then just kind of like always keep it just a little ahead of it, so it keeps chasing up trying to get it.
Yeah, you see, Laura just starts running around, following the branch. At certain points, Haito, you have to like fight it as it grabs onto like the leaf, and you can feel the entire weight pull the branch down. But luckily, it snaps right before. Yeah.
Yeah, mage hand can hold 5 pounds of weight. The dragon wins. When it grabs the branch, I lose.
Your ancestors very lucky to have not been eaten.
Yeah.
Dragons known to be friendly, or
Depends on the dragon. I think gem dragons typically are neutral. Like, they don't care. But, like, if you find a chromatic one, they can be a bit spicy to deal with. As like, you start approaching the town, as you can see it in the horizon, you see as Z calls Laura back and then places a hand on her horn, and it seems to rescind back into like this moonstone scale which she pockets.
Sweet. Well, traveling through a desert, at least from what I remember, it's usually better to travel early morning and late evening. Well, not late evening, like it's kind of dusk and dawn, you know? You don't want to travel during the middle of the day as it's very hot. You don't want to travel during the middle of the night because it's freezing cold. So, I think it's going to be a bit weird. Traveling, then resting, then traveling, then resting.
Yes, instead of doing travel all at once, travel for a few hours, rest for a few hours.
Yeah, like
travel,
start before
etc.
dawn. Start before dawn. Stop before midday. Basically rest and sleep through midday, and then do it again after midday until sunset hits it properly, and then do the same overnight.
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of bush bashing myself, but I just know the further inland you get, the harder it is sometimes.
I'm gonna pretend to understand the term.
I mean, I
Explain
get
nothing.
it's less civilized, so more difficult. Makes sense.
Harsh your environment.
I have an idea on how to keep us well from being sunbaked during midday, but I'm not 100% sure how it would go. I don't know what we're going to do about temperature, but I can at least deal with sand and sun if my idea works well.
At the very least, we can create like fires overnight through magic. But
Yeah, honestly, it's midday that I'm more worried about than evening.
Well, you have Ray of Frost, don't you?
I do have Ray of Frost. I'm not sure if the
Can you-
ice from that will be substantial enough.
Yeah, can you like cast that on something to make that thing cool, and then we use that to cool ourselves?
I can certainly try. I also have prestidigitation, so I can chill materials. So, for instance, I could make our clothes cold.
That would work, probably.
Yes. Yeah, I have ideas. We'll see if they work well, though. For now, I am going to get some sleep, because we have to get up early.
You had a scene, Kay?
yes, I mainly just wanted to. I guess it's gonna happen like just as a sort of conversation of what's really gonna be like happening, and I just like so during all this, I just wanted to like just turn to Z. It's like, do you know really what we should be expecting just by like trudging around through the desert, like off the paths, creatures, things to see?
Creatures
aware of.
and stuff that live in the desert, bandits, A lot. You should be worried about a lot. The weather itself is probably the most thing you should worry about.
Well, I think
It's typically hard
I
to
don't know.
it's typically hard to get like a problem with you with dealing with heat in the middle of a combat with all the sweating and running around and not being worried about the heat in the middle of combat.
Let's see. And you said bandits, particular kinds, or just small clumps here and there, or group?
Just bandits. Bandits are everywhere.
No leader between, or just
Do I look like an anthropologist to you?
no? But you seem to me at least know a little bit more than us about anything here.
Yeah, I don't know that there's bandits everywhere. So you should be worried about bandits everywhere. I don't know bandit economy. I don't know bandit structuring. I just do treasure hunting.
Well, you research a little bit more on what you're doing.
Have you been to?
Do you, oh, so like you, did you research everything before picking up the quest, or did you just say, hey, we'll just pick this quest? Did you have to be reminded that you're going into a desert? I think you did.
And I made sure to prepare for the desert as best as we could.
But you should have prepared for the
Habits,
desert
but I didn't
beforehand.
as much.
That's what you're saying. You said I should prepare before I left, but I don't know the structural hierarchy of the bandits in the desert, and that's my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault.
You know what? It's conversation over. I'm leaving.
You
Okay.
know, that conversation was happening in the background of our conversation, and the camera just swiveled around, and it's us in the background doing our conversation while this happens in the foreground.
Swivels around to the camera of us three, like, looking like, whoa.
Your turn, like, what was they arguing about? Oh well.
or like we
I
like,
think
we
Kyle
turn around
is
to
more
like say goodbye and be
perplexed.
like, and where'd she go?
I think Kylie's more perplexed than anything in terms of like she didn't think she said anything off. So she's kind of
I mean, you did just tell them that they should do more research.
no. Yeah, she just looks perplexed.
I insulted this person, and they're upset? What? Alright.
I thought that was Hypo's move.
That's
He
Hyto's
just tells people
technique.
and he's like, ah, shit, I did it again.
Fucked it up again.
Listen, Kylie's trying to make friends. All she knows is nigging.
I just love the idea of May in the background watching this whole thing and just going, "That's Kaito's technique." Just like, excuse me, I'm right here. I just used it. Oh fuck.
Oh shit! So, hey, how are they?
Alright.
Yeah, as you all.
You find a place to stay. Guessing just like in somewhere.
Let me just make sure I am correct about this. It's a mining town, mining and farming town. It is like 1 a.m. So probably not. You probably have to
makes sense.
camp outside.
It's okay. Hyto didn't plan on finding me in. He wanted to test out his theory.
Yeah. What was your
So
theory?
I'm going to ritual cast him in his tiny hut,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's going to take his blanket and his rope of climbing, and he's going to put the blanket over the top of the hut
Mm-hmm.
to block out any sun, and then use the rope of climbing, the command word, to basically tie the rope around the hut so it keeps it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use prestidigitation to cool the blanket down to see if it keeps the interior cold. Using one magic item, one generic item, and 2 spell and a cantrip just to get a cool interior.
Just to invent air conditioning.
Pretty much.
Much like air conditioning, starting it off and leaving in the room for a little bit. By the morning when you wake up, it's got into room temperature.
Yeah.
That's fine, because the idea is to get it so it's at least bearable and you start before it gets too hot.
Yeah,
Alright.
it doesn't make it worse.
Also, I can have, was it 3 separate instances of... Yeah, I can have 3 separate instances of prestidigitation going, so I can triple the rate at which we cool down. If anyone has another blanket.
I do have another one.
blanket.
But yeah, anyone who wants to stay in the bubble, as Haito is doing this, what he plans on sleeping in.
Yeah, I'll go in the bubble.
If he lets us in the bubble, I will come
Yeah.
in the bubble.
He's like, well, we're gonna have to get used to sleeping in here together once, you know, it's a bit dangerous out there, and unless nothing that I don't want can get in. So, well, you all can come and go, and anything else can stay the heck out.
Good.
It's like a tent, but better. Except I can't leave. If I leave, it disappears. Well, let's get going.
Oh,
Think
good.
it-
No, Mum has to talk to me for something. As you all get up and leave, you'll spend. As you go to the other side of the town, you notice that it's become a lot more arid. It's much more less of a hilly plain and more of a grasslands before a desert would be. As let me get the other travel map going. Oh, I shared it without showing it. There we go. As you'll have some time. Okay, yeah. You can make it to the glazed tower at the end of your first day. And you could probably go a little bit further if you wanted to go past it. But that will be up to you.
I think stopping in a city sounds like a good idea for the first leg of the desert.
While we're traveling, can I ask? You said that she's not following a map, she's following some text thing or something that someone left her. Can I ask her what those texts are and if I can have a look at it?
Yeah, she just hands you a little notebook that she seems to be. It's not it doesn't. It's not a full-on story. It seems to be a conglomeration of passages from other things that she's manually written down and cross-referenced, etc., with a whole bunch of things. It's there's just a whole bunch of books about some ancient tombs, in Marcanus from I think even before the last era, before we started even judging time that way. Just there's some just interesting things. Some have been discovered by the Marcanus government and all that, but much of it is still buried beneath the sand. So there's potentially gonna be a lot of digging. She points at a shovel that she's got, but I'm not entirely sure. If it seems like it's gonna be too deep, I'll probably just pack it up and leave. But we're just heading to a place that is near an oasis, so and near a coastline, so pretty nearby what a major civilization would be. Maybe a pyramid where someone was buried, or a tomb. Generic. Well, I don't want to say grave robbing, but technically is.
Treasure hunting.
Archaeology.
Exactly.
Am I able to interpret the notes at all of what she is actually written, or is it just a bunch of nonsense?
No, they're if you wanted to spend time and do anything, you probably wouldn't be able to get much of anything logistically out of it. But it's a little easy to understand. It's just here's a passage of text that she's copied from one section, and then there's a whole page and different pre-first era civilizations in the desert, sort of where they were established major cities, etc. But you can read and understand the notes fully. Connecting the dots is a little bit more difficult for someone who's not trained in this type of research.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't know the area.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I've
look at
got
the map. There you go.
I was gonna say, I've just got a quick question in general. With how, it's been mentioned about a blast era and all that, do we actually, is that something that, rings a bell? In the game there was this mention of a last era. Does it, kind of did that thing exist in game? Sort of thing. Is my question.
In the game, the concept of the previous era isn't really
Yeah.
discussed very much.
No.
You're in the game, you're like in era 1. And when you came here and like you already like
But it was,
applications
like,
and stuff,
1.
you know you're in era 2 currently.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted
Yeah,
that to be
I'm-
clarified.
Yeah, I'm guessing Era 1 is the game.
Yep.
Or, like,
That's
the
what-
game.
yeah. Probably what they went through.
Yeah. Like the game events are the
Actually.
previous era events.
Yeah, I mainly just wanted to know if it was like a proper continuation or if there's no proper like time or whatever. But it's good to know that this is a number to it.
Yeah. Basically, she's talking about like BC time in relative standards. Like she's talking about civilizations that were BC. And yeah, era 1 is what you've been playing through.
We were
And-
the before Christ.
And this is era 2, year 121.
Okay.
So you assume the turn of the new era was when the Demon King was killed.
Assumptions are made, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's mainly what I want to know from my knowledge.
If I remember correctly, she mentioned that the thing was near Cochin.
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like we should be able to bunny hop from to the Glazed Towers, then down to Marcanis, and then I guess it's a kind of a longer journey across the desert towards Cochin at that point.
If that's the route you want to go, yeah. Going where the birds travel would be faster. The only other issue is, the only other suggestion would be is if we used, instead of Marcanis as the halfway point, we can go for that oasis in the middle. She pulls out the map and points at that like little blue square.
It is about a day's travel from here, so that would be an even better option, yeah.
Yeah, we could hunker down there for the evening or night.
Did we still
Sounds
travel
good.
all day?
Well, I guess it's time to try the 50-50 split for travel.
How do you usually travel when you go through the desert? See?
This is the first proper expedition through through like the wilderness. I've got some tracking proficiencies, but they're much more related to going through the mountainous terrains in the west, not in the east. But when I have had to come down here for work or otherwise, I usually just follow the roads because I'm only ever going to major cities. I haven't actually been to Cochin before.
Does it ever get so hot that it's best to just rest in the middle of the day? Or is it not that bad?
If you're by yourself, you should be going until you can. Resting in the desert alone is pretty bad. In a party like this, we can spend our time stopping and going at optimal times because at least then we've got some guard around us. If I was going by myself, I'd go as far as I could in a day and then rested and have Laura guard me while I sleep.
Okay. Do we need to worry about that if we've got the hut?
Guarding won't be an issue. The downside of it is it's pretty noticeable if there's something out there, but it only lasts 8 hours, so by the time we're done with our rest, something could be waiting for us. But we can see it because you can look out.
I see. Sorry, you go.
I can change the color of it, so I can make it to the point where nothing can see in. I can make it so it blends in a bit more with the surroundings, but then having a blanket tied around it would kind of give away that advantage anyway.
I say we just go for as long as we feel like we can. Like we can sort of just pay attention to what we feel. Like if we get to a point where we're exhausted, we have a break. If it's too hot and we need to have a rest, then
How
otherwise.
big is the hut? Oh, sorry.
10-foot radius.
Oh, it's only a... Oh, hang on, 10 foot. Okay, so 20 foot. Damn it. Okay, never mind.
About 9 people can fit inside of it total, but 5 people are still taking up over half the space.
Yeah, okay, no, that's fine.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We've got lots of us here, and we got food, and we've got all the stuff we need.
Nice. It sounds like we're just gonna go for it and see how it goes.
As you start going, as you're not in the fully desert yet, so like while it is getting hot, it's not as hot as it can be. So you decide to push through the first day, and eventually you see a large sandstone tower that seems to be maybe over 100 feet tall in the middle of the desert, and then around it seems to be collapsed sandstone walls. Interspersed with all this, the destruction seems to be houses and huts made out of sandstone bricks and tarps and all that. And there seems to be a little bit of a community in here that seems to remain after some destruction of a large castle, you presume?
Is this the glazed tower?
Yes.
Or... Okay.
Are these some Era 1 ruins? Like she asked to Z.
Yes, I think this was probably around the first or second decade in that era. There was just an attack. Don't even know if it was the Demon King, but some sort of grand battle took place here, and this is the only thing that remains standing is this tower.
It's a pretty pog world quest.
I was gonna say, does that like remind me of anything, of like a sandstone tower battle in a desert?
No, you remember that was a land piece in the game as well. There was just this large destroyed building in the middle of the desert.
Oh, so it was already destroyed in the game.
Mm.
Okay.
It's really sad. All those people's homes just destroyed.
Well, it's really one person's home. It was a castle.
One famous wizard.
I'm sure
But
that
I understand what you're on about.
just seems like lots of work that someone put into this big building and then just kapoosh.
I mean, well, hopefully it was probably running for a long time before that.
I
So,
wonder what it used to look like.
And so it's like there's not really much information about it left behind. If it is, it's all buried, and honestly, no one's gonna be digging for books that will probably be barely legible, covered in sand and all that grit everywhere. Probably just remake it, honestly, however they wanted to, but they're fine with this. Not many people live here. Marcanus is a bigger town, so this is really just a rest point that most people have.
Do people get by okay around here?
They're not necessarily too far away from the grasslands where there is places to have farms. So it's pretty good. It's mainly just, she points at the tower. There's a whole bunch of people that live, and like you can have stores in the different levels of the tower. And then there's just like a market square that happens sometimes around the base. But most of this area has been given up for people to rest before traveling deeper into the desert.
Okay, that's alright then.
Yeah, and she leads you into there and finds a section that's not occupied. Sets up just sets up like a small tent to read in.
Yeah, Kaito just is like, oh, time for the bubble. Just puts it up.
What color is the bubble?
It's, since we're in a town, it's just like kind of like a bluey gray, which not like, it's very dark in color. He puts the blanket up over most of it and like has the rope tied down on the side so people can come in and out, and he immediately sets it up. So it just looks brown because there's a blanket lying over it. but he starts cooling the blanket immediately.
How do you put the blanket over if you have to go outside?
It's easy. He has the rope of Shibari do it for him.
Mm.
God damn it. Hate that rope.
It's a workaround.
It's the best rope. I'm also assuming like his blanket probably can't cover the entire thing anyway.
No, you probably could cover like the middle section.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't cover all the space, I'll offer up my blanket to cover extra area.
That's 2 things to cool.
I can only concentrate on one.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
can concentrate on 3K.
if this is helpful.
It's very helpful. The more space we can cover, then this is a good time to test out really how good it can be as things keep going. And at night, when it gets cold, it can change and start warming us instead.
Excellent.
Egg salad. Yeah, I'm like how he does is sets it all up, and like when he knows like kind of how it looks theoretically, he's like, all right, well I'm gonna do this later again once I actually time to rest. I'm gonna have a look around, and he gets up and walks out of the bubble, which immediately pops.
What?
Oh, the blankets just fall down over it.
I like to imagine that May was standing in the bubble with him, so like when he leaves and the bubble pops, the blankets just like fall down and like cover her.
Yep.
It's just an eat from Meyer.
He's just like,
I'm lost in blankets. There's 2 of them. I'm all tangled.
I telekinesis one of them off and like put it to the side where our stuff is. It's like, well, we're in a new city. We're just gonna sit down and not have a look around.
The bubble pop.
So, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can look around, but just why'd you make the bubble to begin with? I thought we had already tested it until I. Like, I mean, and you're already setting it up before I offered my blanket.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how well it would work and make sure it fits right here. But then I realized I can't exactly leave, so I thought, I should probably go and handle all the things I need to do before I set the bubble up, such as eat and find somewhere to relieve myself. See, no complaints now. It's all fun and games till someone has to resort to a piss bucket.
Maya was awkward until you said that, then she just cackles.
And then he just turns and walking into the town. It's like, what is it? Just have a look around to see what there is to see.
Did not need that information, and then she follows behind.
Didn't she?
It's so crass.
There's no glass bottles here. You can't use them.
As you go into the tower, you just see it's a cylindrical tower with a staircase that goes around the diameter. And on each floor there seems to be a bunch of either homes or shops that have been built into it. There's nothing particularly provoking. There's no magic shop or things. They just got general stores, some bakeries, some food stalls to make things. There is probably a jeweler and some sort of metalsmith, but nothing that's gonna give you oh, this is super important. Mainly just the generic things a town needs to survive.
Yeah, give its location and probably just it's just a travel hub by the look of it.
Mm.
But he's it's a new town. He wants to kind of walk around, have a look around. It'd be kind of boring if you went somewhere new and just spent the entire time in your hotel room.
That's what I did when I wanted to feed Jay. What do you want about? That was the best part.
I think some places it's all about the hotel room.
Yeah, you gotta have a look to make sure you're not missing out on anything.
Luxury resort. I'd stay in the hotel room all day. Especially if it has a pool. You wouldn't be able to get me outside.
Your room has a pool? Yeah, that's pretty good.
What do you want, fish?
Just in the bedroom, right next to the bed. Just roll out of bed into the pool.
That's just called Bali.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's how I describe it.
Well, I wouldn't because I've never been overseas. But
I haven't been there either,
Technically,
but it
yeah.
sounds horrible.
I am
It's a
poor.
straight, not a C.
Yeah. As you look around, other than just like generic stuff at the store and the drawers and the blacksmith, a lot of the food here seems to be of a Viren type. So you've got a lot of different like pies and rice dishes and stuff like that. Weird meats like camel and like blah. Just weird stuff. Weird foods are not like generic.
I've had camel meat before.
Where?
Australia.
Yeah, in Australia.
Australia's
Eat everything.
Australia's got, I think, like the largest population of camels.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. I don't even know where I would begin to look for camel meat if I wanted to.
Northern
I've never
Territory.
heard of that being an option.
Yeah, besides the northern. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you ever want to try crocodile meat, just go to Queensland. Every restaurant has it.
Croc meat. No, there's not really much water in this area. But yeah, it's a lot of dishes that have weird meats or trying to substitute the meats with other protein-based like vegetables and stuff because of such a harsh climate. There's also like cactus dishes which look a bit weird.
He looks around a lot just to see like what the place is about, and then he just starts going up the tower, and he just wonders if he can get to the very top just to see what he can see from the top of the tower.
Yeah, eventually you make it onto the parapets, and it's quiet a while away. You can see like the tiniest dot of civilization towards the southwest, probably as Macanus, but this is a very vast desert. To the west, to the east seems to be a lot of steppe land and mountains, but other than those like two major points, and like a bunch of trees, of course, where the oasis is, it just seems to be sand upon sand upon sand.
After taking stock of the mostly nothing, he heads back down, sorts out the business he needed to sort out, and then returns to re-erect the bubble.
I feel like I'd do like a little wander, but not very far. Like maybe just to the shops at some point if anyone wants to go with. Just because she gets kind of curious and bored.
Yeah, May was kind of following Haito, trying to pick up some of the weird, interesting food on the way.
Yeah. You get some dishes. They're pretty good. They're different,
Do I have?
but they're pretty good. You get
Cool.
like a camel pie. Anyway,
Yum.
interesting.
Try like a rice dish. An interesting rice dish with like cactus because I just want to try a cactus. I want to know what it's like.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I would also like to get. No, I also want to get the cactus stuff. She
Then,
would try that as well.
yeah, then drink. Roll me another con saving throw.
It's alcoholic.
Oh,
no.
Yay!
I'm good.
So,
I think.
Rebecca, have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, okay, wow. Yeah.
It's very good because May is literally gonna say that before she drinks it.
Yeah.
I remember that
It's
now.
literally.
Dude, I can't wait to go digging when you find an underground library.
This is cactus juice. It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest.
She literally says that and then like downs the entire thing.
You have a
Scion, the final weaver of air.
you as you drink it, as you say the line from the famous anime-esque
Weaver of Air.
cartoon Scion, the Weaver of Air, you just have a big old stomach ache. You probably should not have drunk all of the cactus juice at
I
once.
feel like I carefully sip it because I'm like I don't sure. That's why I like don't go so badly. Like, are you okay, May? Maybe you
Yeah.
just drank that a little too quick.
Yeah.
Let's go back to camp.
She like waits to she'll grab another one, but like not drink it immediately. Can you like, get one to go?
Yeah.
Get one to go. Goddamn.
If you bought, yeah, you bought some food, just knock off like a gold for you, Mayu, and maybe 2 for me.
I was like, a Hydra like left when they were buying food. Like he didn't wait. He just kind of like kept wandering around, and then he comes back when they're on their way back, and like May with the sore stomach, he looks at Mayu, shrugs, and just joins them on the way back.
This stuff's kind of interesting, but I think it's a little dangerous if you go too hard on it. I left some for you if you wanted to try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have only had like maybe half of it.
Drink the rest of Mayu's one.
It's interesting. It's like coconut water, but there is a weird aftertaste in it.
I'm fine.
You're Australian. You're good. You've had VB. You've had VB when you were 3.
Oh.
What do you think was in the bottle, mate? It was formula cut with VB.
Oh gosh. Ew.
Yeah, he just like, not my personal preference,
Ew.
but it was worse.
It's different. You want to try some, Katie?
I was gonna say, Kyler probably dipped off very early and just mainly kept exploring just the tower, like just wanting to explore just like all the shops and stuff that like crammed themselves within it. I imagine that's kind of what, so I imagine that's what she's been mostly doing, just kind of seeing like the fascination of like I guess like sort of how it's all done within this like decrepit tower, but also like how similar like it might be, or like just how different it might look compared to what was in game. Just exploring, really.
Yeah, there's.
Sorry, yeah.
No, not good.
I was just gonna say, I like the idea that she's like, "You want to try some, Katie?" Oh, she's
not
there. Like, okay.
Yeah, just wanting to like sort of see a thing that was like a big sort of landmark in game. Just wanting to actually like see it up close, like, and just explore.
Yeah, as you look around, you see, like, it's probably a little more structured than it was in game, but most things are at this point. But yeah, it's fascinating to say up close and not digitally.
Yeah, these graphics are realistic. Yeah, it's that kind of like sort of weird fascination of like I saw this through a screen and now I'm kind of seeing like almost remnants of it in a way, like through my own eyes. But it's different and it's interesting, but also still weird. And it's just kind of that sort of just slow moving just through the tower. Like if there's stores up, she'll like kind of go up it a bit just to see just what's there. Just even if none of it's really like sort of too interesting. It's just like the people, the types of people around, like the kind of business they do, like how they do trade, how they talk with each other. Just different culture, I guess. Really, just kind of taking that in.
Yeah, you go people watching, and you find out some cool things there. Like, you see that a lot of these people don't like sell to each other. It's mainly to visitors, because this is just, like it's pretty much a community here. You don't need to pay for your family, and they all seem pretty close knit.
Okay, I see.
But like when there are adventurers passing through, when adventurers are passing through, they will charge money to keep them afloat. But yeah, it's a very interesting culture. It's very different to what you're used to.
Are there that many travelers around, like other adventurers, or is it mostly just this community?
There seems to be probably a decent number. There seems to be at least 12, about 10 campsites near like where you guys are, including yours. Okay. So, you assume that there's a lot of travel through this section, given that there is a road.
Yeah, fair. And like one of the main things, like between the desert and not desert.
Yeah.
No, it's probably just trying, so I've gone through random stores, seeing what's there, maybe trying like little, like street food kind of stuff that she sees. I'd imagine I just mark off like 2 gold or something. Just trying things just here and there.
So good.
And then you probably come back a bit late.
When you get back. What do I give from a 15 insight?
What are you trying?
I'm trying to figure out if you're upset with us.
No, she just seems kind of like she's just just taking it in. Like it's almost like the similar aspect of what she used to hide a lot of, like just being curious about this world, but not wanting to show how much she's interested in it.
Was this something that you'd often, like, if you were curious and things, you'd tend to keep it to yourself, or like do?
It was more
that sort
so
of stuff
not
on your
doing
own?
much of it in public. Like
Okay.
it was just kind of keeping a certain appearance in public, but like when a bit more isolated or something, or she maybe thinks that she's kind of a bit alone, she just it's almost like geeking out a little bit, but not entirely like that. It's very different considering the situation we're in.
My concerns are alleviated.
Yeah, it's just that kind of thing where it's like she just wanders off on her own to like explore on her own, so she can actually feel like she can not keep that face up.
Yep.
Like I guess.
No, concerns are
You'd easily
alleviated.
be able to pick
There's
that up.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
just be
easy.
like, she's just doing her thing.
Yeah. She comes back, she like has like a bit of a smile, and like she kind of like goes back to her normal just resting face, which is just like a almost stern look, but not entirely.
Resting bitch face.
Kinda.
Nice.
And then yeah, just what looks on to the rest, doesn't say anything.
How long does it take for Mace's stomach to feel better?
10 years.
Itchy.
Yeah.
How long does it take for May's stomach to get better?
Probably a long rest.
Yeah, okay, just checking.
I've like
Wasn't sure if
tried
it would
to
be like
help
a
you get
feint or a
comfortable.
rest.
Because you put your blanket up on the thing, I've given you my blanket, and I'm like trying to sort of bunch it up at the end so you've got like a headrest, like a pillow. And I've given you a water skin.
She just looks.
And I've also cast Cure Wounds on you.
If only we had a paladin.
Just looks.
So yeah, I've got first level Cure Wounds. You know what? Actually, fuck that.
Yeah.
When
God.
Cure Wounds doesn't work, I'm gonna pump a lesser restoration.
Because well, I was gonna say she does her very best to make it look like she feels better after the cure wounds.
Yeah, or like I'm like, that didn't work. Okay, let me try this. And
But
yeah,
no,
she
it's
just
fine.
casts
No,
less-
it's fine. I feel better now.
You're fine. Now let me just try something. I haven't used this yet. And she casts lesser restoration on you.
Yeah, she
Does
feels
she
better.
feel better?
She feels better.
Yay.
Like no, it's good. Oh, actually, wow, that was great.
Magic.
Thank you. Good job.
Oh, good.
She drinks it again.
But yeah.
Rolls a one.
Oh, she absolutely does. Yeah, like after a few minutes of feeling better, she drinks it again, but slower. Like she
Hydra just
sips it.
watches you do that in just like he looks completely neutral, but there's clearly an air of "Are you actually kidding me?" when she goes back to the second one.
I look over and I'm just like,
What? It might have just been because I drank it too fast last time. Why you drank it slow? She's fine. You drank it slow. You're fine.
He turns over that same thing and goes back to casting the bubble.
it's okay. I still have some spells left if it hurts your tummy again.
I'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be
I know what to
fine.
expect now. And yes, she'll attempt to she'll drink it a little.
Yeah, so you drink it. It's got that weird, like, it's got like an adjacent flavor to coconut water, but a little weird.
I imagine it'd be kind of viscous.
All right.
Slimy, almost. Yeah, that
I
doesn't
don't
make
know.
me feel good at all.
Isn't coconut water like quite thin?
It's very
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
like,
know,
is it-
like, I imagine like cactus being like its plant sap, it'd be kind of like slimy. I'm just imagining like aloe vera except thinner. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
As we all as you all lay down and rest for a long rest, does anything want to do anyone? Yeah, does anyone want to do anything?
Does anyone want to do anyone?
I mean, we already know the answer to that.
I mean, we're all in the tent
No!
together.
I'm a delicate flower.
The rope wiggle.
No!
No, the rope can't do that. It has to keep the tent air conditioning up.
The
I'd
rope
just like to say the
wiggle.
cactus juice looks like matcha, except slimy and not good.
The rope only
Yum.
works with consent.
Yummy.
The rope will ask for consent. It's just that the
Yeah.
rope is a rope.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then I think we'll call it an early bio break.
Easy peasy.
And I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sometimes my Google is just like, why? It's like cactus flesh.
Why do you want to know this?
I need to know the things. Why is it showing me dragon fruit? Dragon fruit's not cactus, or is it? No, it's not.
No.
There's prickly pears. No, there's like little like cactusy. Yeah, prickly pears on cactus, but this is a straight up dragon fruit. That's not cactus. That's a dragon fruit. And dragon fruit tastes like poo. To anyone who hasn't tried it before, it's like seriously just so disappointing because it's such a fancy looking fruit. And you're like, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so exotic.
Is it
And then
fancy
it just
looking?
tastes. It is fancy looking. It's like pinky colored and it's got like spikes and it's like, whoa. And then you get into it and it's just like this grey flesh with like lots of little seeds in it. And it just tastes like paste. You're welcome.
I believe it's quite watery as well.
It's very watery. It's very bland and just meh. It's like papaya, but without the flavor. Just and like lots of little seeds and just look. It's a disappointment. It's like starfruit. Starfruit's also a disappointment.
I'm just not a big fruit person for the most part.
You know what
Stuff
it is?
real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
starfruit's real. They usually use it as a garnish. Something that's like really not what's the word? Not overrated. Rambutans. They're cool. They look like lychees, and they're like you cut them open, and they've got like a little like orb of flesh in them, and they taste like grapes, and they're delicious.
You know what's pretty overrated? Dragon fruit.
I already said that.
I agree.
I already
Say
said
it
that.
again.
Just
but
really
louder.
want to hammer home this dragon fruit hate.
No, no,
Dragon fruit.
You know what's worse than dragon fruit? Durian.
Oh yeah, no durians.
They make you pretty
no.
hardy though.
Oh, I don't know. They make you pretty sad. They
Makes
taste
you
like
sad.
socks and onions and paste, like custard that's been mixed with old socks and old onions. You're welcome.
delicious.
Yummy.
Come on, Kay, where's the yummy?
Ah, I'm out of it.
No, do it.
I'm doing it
No,
now.
you can do it if you want.
No, you were the
I've
yummy person.
yeah, I've done my job. It's passed on.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's passed on. I don't need to do anything else. That's just how it works. I pass on the things.
Oh, I'd like to thank you for the Let's Game It Out video that you suggested to us, Rebecca, because holy shit. I actually, Darian like spat water at his computer in one scene in the second video. That's how much you felt.
I'm
I
back.
didn't realize you, yeah, I didn't realize you spat water at the screen.
I was drinking a drink at just the time when he forwarded the birthday message, and I just I couldn't.
Gotta send it to the detective.
Gotta let the cops know.
Hey, it's my birthday.
Oh, they're giving me a promotion. Better let Lana know.
Forward to Lana Black.
Did I miss something? What the fuck happened?
We're just talking about that silly Let's Game It Out video, the tech support one.
Okay. I should
Yeah,
watch
the one that
that.
I linked a while ago.
That Darian like spat take out. Spat took, should I say?
Yeah, they're really good videos.
I just love his like, what's the word, like the way he speaks, like just so kind of like it's like chill, but it's also like better fuck this up now.
Yeah.
It's sassy, but also like there's this just I don't know, cracks me up.
Yeah, just like the way his voice is and like the pacing of it.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Everyone here and ready and not need to leave?
Present.
I have a request for someone to attempt a flip. There's a
Yeah,
rogue.
that happened a little while ago. I believe that's. I don't know if Sam is still here watching.
Why does this thing always change? I have my Twitch chat set up so I can see the time. Cause I like, and then sometimes it just turns off. Sure. Not slow mode. I just want to just show me the time.
I did a flip.
Did a flip.
With the 21, I'm pretty sure I did a flip.
Haito tried to do a flip. He didn't do a very good flip.
Simple flip.
Smash stream
It
elements.
was only a simple flip.
Activity feed working again.
Oh, this is gonna
No.
go well. Oh, cool. Now I remember. So glad I rolled that for this.
Chat.
Everyone does a flip.
Except Haito's.
Haito's just like, he does a flip, but he doesn't land on his butt.
The flip part of it was fine.
I think May, you like stumble when you land, and then Mayu and Kaide like flip onto their feet. It's like, whoops.
Not bad, not bad.
But mine is
That's
better
gymnastics.
because I don't have to use wings
I did
to
it.
like, you know,
Right,
balance myself.
Kaide doesn't need
I
a
just do
roll.
it.
She just flips. Alright, if we're all
And
back
we figured out who the gymnast kids are.
and ready.
Wasn't me, I just did it.
Mine
Okay.
is not a gymnast kid.
As we begin the day 30th of August, you're heading for the Oasis?
Yeah.
I think
Alright.
that's the
Yeah,
right way to
always
go.
this then. Well, does we have a vague idea?
She says,
From top of the
Count.
tower.
Do we know?
you see like the trees off in the distance, same as you saw like the very small part of Marcanus. And you know that she said it was near the Oasis and near Kokin, so you assume it's somewhere in the middle there, but
Oh.
she doesn't.
Alright.
But
Some-
specifics,
yeah, somewhere in
who
between
knows? Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're heading to the Oasis, I would like for everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw. We're going to be implementing. I've been playing a lot of what's it called? Baldur's Gate Descent into the Nether. Descent into the Nether. Descent into Avernus.
Venice.
And they've got there's rules for like traveling in Avernus without exhaustion, which is needlessly like roll every hour sort of deal. And that's just a lot of rolling that I want to avoid. So I'm going to make use of Logan's forced march rules, which determine how far a person can go before suffering exhaustion in a forced march.
I think that's reasonable.
To simulate the exact same thing here. Unluckily, to do so, you roll a Constitution save or a check, but I think no one's suspecting the save, so it doesn't really matter. Except May, maybe. Is May expecting saves? No.
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 Clerics don't get
No.
it.
I'm maybe as a George. I don't remember.
But it is take the number minus 10. That's how many hours you can go without exhaustion. And Haito, buddy.
Wait a second.
Jeez.
Is it minimum 1?
It is a minimum of 1. No, I'll grant that you can go 1 hour.
He just steps out.
You can still go 1 hour.
Wait, no, that's +1. That's a 12. I use
It's a
Corona
12.
shift to reroll.
Okay.
I can go
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, as 2 hours of travel begins, Haito, everyone notices. I should roll for Z.
Yeah, I was
Real
gonna say, what
quick.
about Z?
Z, let's roll for Z.
Actually, wait. Can I burn a second level spell slot to give myself advantage on the roll as well? Like casting enhance ability on myself, which lasts like
Yeah.
half an hour.
You'll still have to stop because Z also rolled pretty bad.
Let's carry him. Well, it's still 12 for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can go for these 2 hours. As this happens, both Z and Hayato, if you go any further, will start gaining exhaustion levels.
I'm fine, we can keep going. It's all good.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to insight that.
So
You're
you
a little spicy.
I'm good.
Like,
with 2 hours, that is 1 tile though. Is essentially the math there. 2 hours is 1 tile.
Is that we have to do a long rest or a short rest?
You have to rest. There needs to
Long
be
rest.
not a long rest. There needs to be a break in between your current movement.
Like short
No,
rest?
I think that we should have a little break. We've gone a decent way. We're doing pretty good. Let's have a
yeah,
break.
we're not in any rush.
Exactly.
Fine.
Yeah, we can rest. It's alright.
Wipes forehead. If you insist.
Just
like
starts
20 minutes.
dabbing the sweat off his face.
As like if you're following the leaving right before dawn starts, and then just traveling before midday, so you're probably around like 7 a.m. as you go to rest for a short rest.
Hato's gonna take his. He's gonna use prestidigitation to cool his blankets, his cloak down, to try and make it easier.
Cool your drinks.
Yes, I drink from one of my 2 water skins I bought. I also make that cold. I do the same for anyone else who wants it, just cooling their drinks down, and then I also cool Z's cloak as well. So for the next hour, we both have cold cloaks.
You see, she summons Laura. She just lies on top. I was like, "This is why I like that you're a dragon of ice, buddy." Just rests on Laura.
It feels like cheating.
Hey, if your bird could do it, that's on you.
Pickles is in the pocket dimension. I would not bring a magpie out into the desert.
Yeah, fair.
That's not far off.
She could handle it. I just don't want to bring her out here. There's not much she could really do.
I mean, they're mostly rural coastal birds, aren't they? Well, not really coastal, but you know, like. I don't think that they're around the Central Australia, if I remember reading. That place is pretty hot, as far as I've heard.
But come on, we're burning daylight. Let's keep walking again. I'm all good. I'm fine after that rest.
Are you?
Okay, I'm going to insight you.
Yeah,
I
are you?
can travel for 2 more hours.
But before he even does that, I turn to Z. I'm like looking to see how they're handling.
They raise their hand up, like not like showing any, like not showing their face, but like after an hour passes, they raise their hand up, like, "Yeah, I'm good to go." She's still face down
Okay.
on Laura.
They're good.
Yeah, I imagine like at this point it's because like we're probably in the desert. Like I've also got up a bit over my mouth and nose, like from my clothing, just trying to keep as much sand away as possible.
As your insights show Haito is, I mean, probably accurate that he wants to go, but like physically still looks like a wreck.
Yeah, you can tell he's still like pretty heavily like sweating. His clothes are wet, and he's like, oh, "I'm good though. We can go any further."
I feel like on a brief look, it's like I know he won't kill himself, but I know he's not the best.
And you also know he ain't gonna fucking stop.
Yeah, because we can't stop.
I sort of just give like the like not the disapproving frown, but like the
Why do you have Pac-Man?
and just like get like a handkerchief or whatever, like, and just like carefully just like dab the your forehead so that it's like a bit drier. You'll be okay.
I'll be fine. I've got a cold cloak now. It'll help for a bit.
Fine, but if you, feel like you're about to pass out, please tell us.
Of course, absolutely.
You won't. I'm standing near you.
I got eyes on this boy.
We'll have everyone re-roll again.
Since I'm getting
That's what I
my
think.
I don't get to keep the 18.
You want to play that roll? Then you have to stop after an hour because of May.
Oh, that's actually really
I'm
hard.
gonna use
Come
my
on.
second. I'm gonna use my second use of a Chronal Shift to let my reroll.
Okay.
You see the future of her
What
just
do-
face planting the desert.
What do I have? What do I have? I don't think I've got anything.
I was gonna say, AJ, could I give people advantage by using the prestidigitation to cool their clothes down?
Can you use silver gods?
On yourself?
No.
No, May wants to use Silvery Bob. Someone has to succeed for.
Oh yeah,
no,
I could
someone has to
silvery bobs
fail.
of May to give Mayu advantage.
I already rolled twice.
What?
Someone needs to succeed for Silvery Bob so
Oh, that's
you
right.
can.
Silver gods is when it's a success. That's right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot how it works.
It also gives him disadvantage.
Yeah, but also, then I could fuck up.
I'm gonna say no on the prestidigitation on the pure basis that it won't last more than like the cast and maybe a few minutes after that.
Ah, it specifically says it lasts an hour.
In the desert?
It says you chill warm or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
It maintains the temperature.
I don't-
Sure.
And it's a cantrip. He walks around casting non-stop.
I'm gonna say no.
Cold. Alright, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna roll a con save. We're fucking shit.
It looks like you need to go now. As May and Z, after the second break, Z seems more energetic and ready to go and better suited to travel, seems to be ready and rocking with May. As you all turn around, you see the three of them sort of on the ground.
I imagine I'm the first one to probably like raise my hand with like seeing like Mayu, and then like as that sort of thing like happens, like raising the hand, like using the energy just to kind of go back, make sure she's alright. It's that sort of thing where it's like, no, I need to stop too.
Yeah, Mayu starts swooning, and she's just kind of like, feels so good. I know I can see too.
Okay.
Just conserve as much energy as you can.
Okay.
Wait, are you like in front of Mayu at the moment?
Probably.
Kaede? Okay, yeah. Yeah, she just kind of like walks over and just points at Mayu like, you sit down, and yeah, like points out like, sit down, you're resting.
I have a great idea on where we can rest. I can cast a rope trick, then the sun can't get us.
You can't pull the sun.
But the sun can't go up into the hole.
Mayu just like falls on her ass, just on the ground, just like, okay, this is good.
How long does it
I'm
last?
just gonna
Why
stay
not?
here.
We'll do it.
I'm gonna cast a rope trick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna create a little extra dimensional space so we can all climb up of and sit inside a little pocket where there's no sun.
Yep. Easy, yeah. Everyone sits in there in the pocket. It's relatively voidy in temperature and nature.
Yes, the void temperature.
Well, I'm not going to lie. The desert kind of sucks.
My head
Alright.
hurts.
We'll be okay. Once we're at the oasis, we'll be able to get ourselves properly prepared for the next day of travel.
I feel like my eyeballs have been sunburned. Maybe that's just the sand.
Just make sure to keep the phone up so it doesn't
mm.
get too far into your face.
Okay.
I've just been holding my mage hand in front of my face
Speak.
the whole time. It's invisible so I can see through it, but it keeps the sun out of my it keeps the sand out of my eyes.
Oh wait, I wasn't expecting to see that used. Effective though.
Okay. As you climb down and begin your third trek. One more. Let's go.
Here we go.
And I will say, you can only short rest 3 times.
Yeah.
And then you have to
So
take a
far.
long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, Z's alright as well.
Okay, Kaida, you want to do the next one?
No, but yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Oh fuck, it's all on me.
It's all
Oh no.
Do you want to get a 19 as well, buddy?
It's the 19 club.
Does he get a 19? Doesn't sound
Find
good.
out.
Look, that's not too bad.
That's 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm gonna, just because I can, I have a third spell, I have a second spell slot. Let's fucking double this shit. Bears endurance. It's still a 13.
As you begin traveling 3 hours, you can finish up 2 more squares. I assume you're just gonna do one of these 2, up or down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As at that point, Haito does look like he needs to take another rest.
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're past the worst part of the day.
Are we stopping
almost
here, or are we actually going to push forward to try to make the way?
Let's just
Yeah,
push on.
it's-
Let's just get it. We can do it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine.
So yeah, you're alright as well.
Yeah, I'm good. I must have just not prepared in the morning, but I've been relatively fine. I can go for probably just as long as now.
I'll be fine. Let's go to the Oasis. We'll set up
We
camp
don't-
there.
Haito, we don't have to rush this, remember?
Yeah, but we might as well get to the Oasis and have a nice long rest there with the water and whatever else is there.
If we can push ourselves a little bit to the oasis, at least we can rest there and recover ourselves better there than trying to recover in the desert.
Exactly.
I'll try to help. I feel fairly okay right now.
Let's keep going. We got this. I'll be fine.
I'll just basically like along the way, just like I know it's not gonna do anything like sort of mechanically, but just like be the side of Haito just in case he needs like just extra like sort of weight where he puts his arm on my shoulder just to keep himself up.
Oh,
You are tiny.
Yeah, no,
I-
I meant
I was
hand
gonna- I
down
was
is what I'm
gonna-
saying.
I was gonna offer
Like-
the same thing.
Yeah, because like your arm's not gonna be around my shoulder. Your arm's gonna be down, like using my shoulder as like leverage.
I just waves them off like, I'm fine, I'm
Yeah.
fine, it's okay, I'll be fine. One level of exhaustion's never killed anybody.
Can everyone roll me a perception check?
Sure.
Sure thing, buddy.
Fuck my
Well-
rolls.
Roll it
Well,
again, Haito, because
Yeah.
you're exhausted.
Get lower.
I'm okay. I'll burn the one. I'll burn the one on a perception check that someone else got a 21 on.
About 12 or 5.
I'll take it.
As everyone is like looking around the group to talk to each other about what's happening, Mayu and Haito, you don't hear it until it's about too late, but you see that in the sand there seems to be ripples of something coming closer towards the group. For Mayu, you're on the defensive. For Haito, you might be hallucinating.
Oh fuck!
I see sand rippling. That's probably not good. Are there things that ripple the sand?
Probably a mirage. It'll be fine.
I can see it, and I'm feeling pretty good right now.
And that turns to look wherever Mayu's pointing this out.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Like,
and try to
me
figure it
out, like, getting ready.
Did you say it's heading towards us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, probably not.
I'm going to cast Bless before like this thing hits us, because we may as well be somewhat prepared.
Oh, actually, I'm right next to Haito. I'll cast Bark Skin on him.
There is no pre-round. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
okay.
don't-
Okay.
This is it's too
This
late.
is happening now.
This is not go
Okay.
fuck yourself.
That's
Right,
fine.
you did say it too late.
They
So I want to
rolled.
like cast 5 spells.
You see rippling around the
One.
group. Let me just. Let me add correct things. Please add correctly.
And 5 bullets.
Bop.
Not again.
Well, I'll do it. It's fun as shit.
Alright, yeah.
So I get that out of the way.
Really?
No, go ahead.
Really?
And
This ain't
my...
good for us.
Why is my
Oh, boy.
token not changed? Weird. Let me change it. Combat tracker Mayu.
Let's hope Z did better.
Where am I?
I was looking for who. Because you rolled and I lost you on the initiative.
I see.
There you go. Let me zoom in for chat. You see a bunch of snackmen.
I'd be
Oh, that was not what I was expecting.
What a
Oh.
swap.
Put me near Haito as well, because I would be near.
Stupid, sexy.
I would-
Snackman.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like standing right next to him to be like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And then offering like a shoulder to, you know,
Imagining I'm
carry him
doing
on.
something else here or whatever.
Yeah, you see as they surround you and it's just like, looks like we'll be eating good. As they surround the group.
There's no food here for you, snake mans. You
we'll
are an illusion.
roll for...
Haito is real.
Oh, how easy
Please
illusion.
So come on, stay with me, buddy.
Alright,
That's
tip
really-
of the order is Stoopy Stacks of Snackmen.
Oh,
Surprise.
fuck. That one looks cooler than the rest.
He will.
Go home.
That'd be really funny if he did that.
And just be like, actually, I'm not feeling people tonight, guys.
Yeah. Nah.
We just go shoot some rabbits.
In the desert?
I don't know. They might be rabbits
Seeing the susceptibility of your friend, he will point his hand out towards Haito, and let me put the battle music on as well. He succeeds. You see as a faint black crown appears above Haito's head,
Oh no!
and then it quickly disappears.
Haito flips him off and goes, "You can't get me, you're not real."
Fucking get rid of that man.
Yeah, we know what that is. I think, or maybe. Who knows?
And then Snack Person 2 will...
Spellboy, Spellboy.
Dun, dun, bum, 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 bum. Which one? This one is going to... What's the range of this? That's not very far at all. We'll use her bow. Kachu May. That's a crit on a May.
Oh!
I'm gonna use my reaction to silver pops that.
But they're not
Okay.
real.
And they're not
Can you
real
do something
though.
about the crit?
I can force
You
him to
absolutely can.
Oh, okay, cool.
Still
We
hits.
I
just
have done it.
reroll. I'm gonna give the advantage to Kaide.
As you
Good
take
person.
13 piercing and poison damage as an arrow pierces into you, May.
Ow, okay.
Snick 20. We'll do the same against Mayu. A miss. May, you're up. Z's on deck, and after that, Mayu.
Alright, yeah, first up, Barkskin on Haito.
Yep.
And
Is Barkskin not self? That's the only thing I'm not sure about. I don't think it's
touch.
not,
Range
but I'm
touch.
making sure. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, we'll go. Alright,
Really? He's not willing though. None of it's
no.
real.
Alright, and then, well, I can only do a cantrip, so I'll do a Sacred Flame on stupid sexy snack man.
C 16 minus X. Let's see if this works the way I want it to. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
We'll find out.
We'll
when
find
someone
out.
hits me.
That is a success on his part. You see as as like the magic collides with the skin, it seems to like glitter, and then fall off.
God. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. Then I'm gonna stay, like it's here next. I'm not gonna move anywhere.
All right, Z. Well, we'll make the big man in charge her favored foe. As a... Oh, no, you need to be hit with an attack roll first. Okay. Well, then, instead, she'll Hunter's
Wow.
Mark him.
That's fair.
And
That hits
then,
him next.
longbow attack. That's a hit. And then, make him a favored foe.
Yee.
And then, Pachu. Pachu even.
Oh wait, hang on.
She does 9 damage. Second attack.
Oh, whoops.
And... more Pachu. And Laura moves in front between the two and takes a defensive stance. Mayu, you're up. Kaide's on deck.
I am going to start with what I said that I would originally do and cast Bless. Let me
Okay.
see how many people I get with that. I always forget. 3 creatures at first level. One more for 2. What do we got? Me, May, Kaide. I wanna actually. I'm gonna cast it on everyone except for myself. So I'll go Z, Haito, Kaide, May, and I'll just uppercast it. I gotta target them, don't I?
Yes, you do need to target them. No. Okay. How does this work?
Sweet.
So now you all get like that little extra D4 or whatever on attack rolls and whatnot. Let me see.
There isn't any.
I don't have anything else I can do in this turn, but I will probably, let's see. Since the big guy seems to be like seemingly focusing on Haito with whatever it was trying to do, I'm just gonna try and stand in a way where it's like, I'll go next to Z.
Okay.
So it's like I'm also trying to sort of block view of like the party as well. So it's like making myself sort of bigger.
Alright.
And yeah, that's my turn.
You on T down here. We'll fire a Hydra.
God damn it! I just moved. It doesn't matter anyway. They can hit one.
That should not be a hit. Wait, there is an AC tag. What? That's a. You got mage armor, right? Yeah, I know, but you got mage armor, right?
Yeah, I have the spell.
Yeah, it's just AC 3. That's AC 6.
That should just make it plus 6 AC.
Yeah, that's what I
What?
assume. I'm gonna just attack again. She can't, but I'm just saying if there was an error with me doing something right now. Weird. Yeah, it's a miss. Kaede, you're up. Haito's on deck.
I'm gonna conjure up the Fey energy, and I have activate my deep side targeting on number 6. How can we move here? Like, does it seem like it's difficult to move through the sand, or is it just base, like, easy to trudge through?
It seems to be good for you to walk through.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Start off with all good deep side targeting. Give me your best deception against my plus 10 insight. That's still 17. Give me your deception checks.
It failed.
It failed. It's targeted. And now I am going to use my movement to basically move up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like here, whatever. And I'm going to pull out both daggers as an attack.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to pull out one because it's one item. Yay.
You
Short
got
sword.
that
I forgot.
20
I have a
stuff
short.
as
I have a
well.
short sword. I have a short sword. I'm gonna use that.
Is that how it works?
I have a what?
You got that like that nat 20 because you say you gave it to Kaide?
I gave her advantage. On
Gave
her
me
next-
Oh,
advantage.
advantage. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
so
it
her
is.
next
That
attack
makes sense.
roll has advantage.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna use a short sword actually instead. 'Cause I forgot I have that. It's been a while. Attacker.
That's a hit.
Definitely needed it.
Nice.
With
I don't
that,
think you
I
needed
dash.
it.
With a 4?
I don't think
Maybe
you needed
not.
it.
4 plus 7 plus 2, that's nice. Plus 9.
Yeah, maybe not. Hiya.
Sneak attack. Isn't it great?
You do 18 damage.
That is action, bonus action, movement, my turn.
Alright, Hatter.
I just standing there and goes, well, maybe you are real. In which case, I am a wizard. And I will undo you. As I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I never see the spell. I've always wanted to take it.
Yeah, I use it on with 7 in Netherdeep, and it does some stuff. Let's just say.
I'm going to dump, as part of the casting, you get to cast off at least 2 of the meteors. I'm going to throw both of them at Stupid Sexy Snackman.
Mm-hmm.
So he must make 2 dex checks.
He succeeds.
Half damage.
Takes 7.
And the second one.
He succeeds.
Dang.
Half damage.
Still damage. And I'm going to move. Just lining up better with everyone.
Okay.
Staying in the middle. I'll move down here a bit. I'm going to support Kaide. That's my turn.
Okay.
Nick. Hi.
Looks over at Haito. You succeed as she says, I suggest you cancel that spell.
Fuck off.
That
I
blast coming in clutch.
suggest you sod off.
Nice.
Spell blast coming in clutch.
Yes, it is.
What am I humming?
I don't know, but it worries me.
Yee.
It runs down to here.
Oh no.
Can do a bite with Laura.
Right into the bark.
It is a mess. Why does she have this?
Exhaustion?
No, that wouldn't apply to her.
Oh,
Should be no
what was
reason.
There shouldn't
Yeah,
be
it
a
should be.
reason.
that? Weird.
Unless does he have something on?
Don't see any effect.
Yeah.
Brave. Natural
No, anyway, that's a crit.
Ooh.
Gains 2.
Oh.
Laura?
Laura hit.
Oh, Laura hit him.
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought
good,
it was
good,
Kaito. I was gonna be like, shit.
That's some damage, and then he will
Good.
swing his scimitar. What's he got? Yeah, swing his scimitar at Haito. And miss, and then bite Z,
Barkskin coming in clutch.
and miss.
Bless, thank you very much.
Bless doesn't
Both
help
of them
AC.
don't,
Right now, that was box good.
Yeah, that's fair.
One at a time.
And she will also look at Mayu and is like, that bless isn't very good. And why do you have advantage?
Hey,
ancestry.
Suggestion isn't a charm though.
Is it?
No, no,
It's in the chat.
Creatures that can't be charmed are
It's
immune
a-
to this effect, but that doesn't say that it's a charm effect.
Rather, it doesn't matter. I dropped the second 5.
No, I know.
anyway.
It's all good.
She's like, I don't know. It seems to be working pretty well.
And then this one. Well, what can you do?
Wait, suggestion's not a charm.
Yeah.
Just does it not give the charmed effect?
I need
It's
to
to
swap out
compel
a
them to
spell.
do the thing.
I need to swap out a spell and echoes.
It just says creatures that can't be charmed. It doesn't make them charmed. It's just the first action needs to be completed and done with.
It's weird.
I now know that. Huh.
Personally, I think I would run it as a charm because it's weird that they don't have an effect. Doesn't matter.
I'd say, oh, it's a level 2 spell. Charm person's level 1 spell and it makes the distinction. Anyway. Shimmer. Scimitar on Kaido.
Alright.
Scimitar on Haito. That hits.
It was bound to happen.
Just let me know when things hit me as well. So I can
Takes
gather.
2 damage. And your minute meteors drop.
Damn.
Fuck it, my rolls are so bad today.
Yeah.
Mate.
Alright, gonna run over here and Primal Savagery this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
Weird.
You hit.
should be fine.
Oof.
Max
That's at a
it
minimum.
net.
You do 11 damage.
Okay, he is still alive, so I will spiritual weapon next to. Actually, I'll put it right there, and
Okay.
then I'll have the spiritual weapon attack him.
Go ahead.
Is it? Hang on, is it targeting him? Let's see. Oh wait, that's the wrong spell. Oh shit.
That is a hit.
Oh.
A 9 becomes a 20.
Yeah.
Do 9 damage.
Alright, and I just yell at him, fuck off!
Alright. Z. Well, bring out a short sword. Hiya. Hiya even. And then, hiya's a bit more. And then shifts Hunter's Mark to the next close one. Actually, far away one. She prefers the range. Just need to make sure. When the creator creature drops to 0 before the spell. Yeah, Hunter's Mark over on this one. And then she's like, go. And Lura will zoom and bite with advantage.
What happens on their death? Are they just a normal death or is it a core death?
Yeah, they just go to the ground.
Okay.
But does some cold damage, mate.
Alrighty. I am going to. I'm going to do my spiritual weapon as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just pop that one down here. I think it's 60 feet range, so that's good. It's just like she was gonna go for the stupid sexy snackman. Sees that they're like down, she's just like, "You are a bully and you should feel bad." So when I cast that, I can instantly hit with it, can't I?
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
And then I can do an action on my own to do a single attack with my own weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like a
Okay,
cantrip
cool.
or something too. Yeah.
Yep, cool. Alright, I'm gonna hit... I'll hit Snack Person 20 with the spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Moment. Why am I looking at whole person? What am I doing? That's not what I wanted. That's a really bad roll.
That is a hit.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. It's also not a very good roll, but you know what?
5
It's
damage.
fine. And then I'm going to move down under... Let me re-scratch that, because I don't want him to get an opportunity. That's 30 feet of movement. Cool.
Okay.
And yeah, she just goes up behind this one and is just like, okay, you're next.
That's a hit.
Bonk.
You do
Nice.
6 damage.
And yep, that's my movement. It's bonus action, all done.
Okay. As you like run past, like, that's weird priorities calling a bully when you're a bunch of murderers.
You started it.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
mean
well,
we
you
killed
Everyone else
anyone.
first.
I mean, you were the guys that were saying you were gonna eat us.
And then she will fire at Hyter.
Oh, self-defense,
That's
buckaroo.
a hit.
Look it up.
Is it a range attack? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Take 15 damage.
Oh, Jesus
For a bunch
Christ.
of people I'm only partially sure you exist, you definitely hurt a lot.
Boy. Kaido, you're up.
I probably will just go for an attack first and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm going with the short sword attack, I'm not really aiming for a kill. Like after seeing that nothing's really happening to what happened there. She just doesn't want him. And yeah, just basically going for disabling strikes ammo.
You hit?
Sneak attacks added on, but it's basically just try to almost do enough damage to make them unconscious.
Okay.
Probably won't though.
Still up.
Bonus action, take out a dagger, go for a basic stab.
You're going
didn't
for a
miss twice.
stab.
Press it one more just in
That's a
case.
hit.
Just in case. Nope. And just a Blake D4.
But you stab them.
Damn.
Still up.
And it's just kind of like half like staring them down, looking a bit back, like seeing all of it, and just trying to put up a face just to like kind of back them off almost in a way, like make them look like they have no chance.
Alright, Hyter.
Haito looks at the man who is within within stabbing of Haito range.
Mm-hmm.
Frowns. He does not like this situation. I am going to cast Magic Missile
Go ahead.
at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put 4 on Sneckman 20 and a 1 on Sneckman 6.
Go ahead.
Number 6 first.
Still up.
10, 12, 14.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to take a step down
Mm-hmm.
to let people in if they want to, staying within melee range. As a bonus action, I'm going to use Rally,
Mm-hmm.
which is I can expend it to bolster. I can spend a super combat maneuver die to bolster an ally. I'm going to give temp HP to May, because I can't give it to myself.
you.
I have 5 temp HP.
That's very nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. This one. Well.
I don't look like I'm advancing on it and just waiting for it to move away.
This one will turn around on you and attack Mayu. And miss. Pickles is not here. Oh, skipped again. My bad. I skipped me.
I skipped myself.
Oh. This one will fire at May. That's a miss. This one will fire at Haito.
Jesus Christ.
That's a hit.
Nothing you can do about it.
Is that a
Okay.
dead man?
No, the melee. Oh god. Yeah, it's a me unconscious. Haito just like he's like, you've got this, May. You can take them, and just stabbed.
Actually, if that was a stab, because it should have been. Undo the last 2 would be 8. You exceeded HP by 2, so you'd have 6 more HP. But
I'm not unconscious. Okay.
Am I?
mate,
Okay.
Salam.
Jeez. Okay.
Like, can you remove prone from me?
no, you're on the ground.
Do it yourself.
You're unconscious and sleepy, and you want to go to bed.
Okay. Run over. Cure wounds. Haito at 3rd level.
Okay.
Damn. I was gonna throw a healing word that way, but you know, I don't think you'll need it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus Christ.
He's
Wow,
healthy.
that's all my HP.
Literally, that is almost full heal from me from dead. Like that would have hit 3 points off max heal.
It's just
back.
like, no, Haito, stay with me.
I'm back, baby.
It's only a -3 on the heal as well. In reality.
It's awesome. It was a great heal.
And then we'll do another stab with the spiritual weapon. Well, it's stab bite.
Spiritual chomp.
That's a hit.
Cool.
Do 9 damage.
Okay. That's it.
Z will fire her own bow. Who's she? Hunter's mark. Oh, the long person. Yeah, I was right. Pachu. Pachu even. That's a good Pachu. Second Pachu shot. That's a hit. More damage. And then she whistles and Laura goes for a bite. But why do you have advantage? Why do you have dis? What the fuck is happening, Laura?
Weird.
It is weird. It's not even like registering anything. Is magic resistance doing something weird? Because it's not magic.
That might actually be the case if like the attack is set up to be like a magical attack.
It's not, because
Or if, like,
magical
controls-
attacks don't matter. It's only saving throws. Anyway, that hits.
Oh.
No one's dead. Is it? It's where the puncture marks are. Some like frost seems to sizzle. Mate.
Alright, I'll hit with the I'll hit with the spiritual weapon, I'll hit with the quarterstaff. I'll go the quarterstaff first. Pew. Yay!
That's a hit. You do damage.
I think I did enough damage to knock him out. I guess I don't hit with the spiritual weapon because I think I don't have enough range to be able to get to any of them.
Nah,
Far
it's just
enough
20
wide?
feet.
20 feet, yeah, it's not far enough. That's okay.
One square past me.
Damn, I should have gone with a spiritual weapon and then cast guiding bolt. Oh well, you get them on them big jobs. Well, in fact, I do have. Oh, hang on, that was my bonus action. No, that was my action. Succeed with some saving charm. You can tell. Okay. I will use my face step. I'll walk up, so it's what. So, it's where I like step from that has the 10 feet of like the wisdom saving throw. Is that right?
Which
Or
one
it
is
where I
this?
step to? The autumn one. It's up to 2 creatures of your choice that you can see within 10 feet if you must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you.
Yeah, after you teleport.
Okay, so it's where you hit,
Yeah.
basically. Okay. Well, let me see, where can I get to? So that's a 30-foot,
Yeah,
I believe,
that.
face step is.
You can put yourself almost directly next to Stinkman 9.
If I could go in between them. That's 5, 10, oh, that's not really.
That's 35 feet.
Yeah, but I could walk a bit.
Yeah, true.
I don't think that's. Hang on. Yeah, I can only get one of them with this. That's a bit of a poo. Let me decide. I'm gonna go with number 9. And yeah, I'll just step next to that and then just do this. Do I just put. No, hang on. It's a cast attack. There's no save there. That's weird.
It should be.
It's got cast attack and then it's got a dice that doesn't have anything written on it. I can try rolling that.
The save has got a button. The save on my sheet has got stuff on it.
Not for autumn, it doesn't for me.
It's there for me. I'll just roll the save.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, it's just showing up a blank box in the 3rd spot.
That's a success.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't work.
Nope.
That's fine. She just like pops up next to it, and I'll just move the spiritual weapon 20 feet. And that is my turn.
Okay. This one will disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even.
It's like she pops up next to her. It's like, hiya! Because she's all like cutesy when she's in her autumn form. And then it's just like, nope.
I hit it.
Yeah, you better run.
Does it look like Snake
Fire.
Person 2 is going to run?
You don't know.
Okay. How far away are they? Within 30 feet was 20 feet. The dagger, right? Yeah. I'm gonna move up a bit. I'm actually just gonna hold my action. If they try to attack or cast a spell, I'll throw a dagger. But actually before that, I will, on my turn, use a deep sight targeting to just basically stare it down as I target it through it.
Go ahead.
DC is only an 11.
They beat that.
Yeah. Either way, that's my held action. Probably imagine it's like the hesitation on that. It's just kind of like just not being able to like fully precisely like figure out what to do in this scenario. And yeah, that's me waiting.
Hider.
Well, might as well spend some more spell slots. Popping a 1st level magic missile. I'm gonna put all 3 on Snack Person 2.
Go ahead.
I was just like, we don't particularly want to kill you if you're real. You can leave, probably. The sun plays vast tricks on the mind. And I've had your wings.
Order. Roll your attack, Kaido.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Yep. No sneak attacks.
Still up. Fires at May. That's a miss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Mate.
So yeah, are they booking it now, or does it look like they're backing up but still like preparing to do something?
They seem to be leaving the area.
Okay, she'll let them go. Just doing various. She's like, haha, that's right. Don't mess with us.
He looks over you like, they almost killed your friend, sort of face. Like, this wasn't a success in that regard.
I'm fine.
But yeah, if they are left alone, they will flee. So it's up to Mayu, I guess.
Well, do you guys think I should catch him, or do you think I should let him go?
We could always ask where they came from.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Snack Person. I'll go Snack Person 9 because he's the one that's closer to me.
Mm-hmm. That's a success.
Ah, well, never mind then.
I wave bye to him as you run.
I'm like, well, that was an attempt, and it failed. So
Okay.
I guess maybe we should keep going so we can get out of this area. So they don't come back with their friends.
Yeah, once they're out of sight and like gone, May just like breathes a sigh of relief and is like, all right, Haito, you're all right.
I am fine. This one, as he pokes the one with his foot that was knocked unconscious by Mayu, he goes, this one is still alive. We should ask him why they did such mean things.
No one died.
Oh, I thought Mayu hit him over the head with the quarterstaff and said knocking him out.
Yeah,
I
not saying.
I didn't say non-lethal.
Yeah, not saying non-lethal.
Oh, never
She
mind.
just bombed.
They're all dead.
Alright, well, we might as well see if they've got anything useful on them, and then keep going. Money is always tight.
Please be quick so we can just go.
They each have got a short bow and scimitar, but that's about it. Nothing too fancy on them.
I don't really want to take their things.
It's just 3 short bows, 3 scimitars,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming some arrows.
Yeah.
May sit still for a moment.
What? Okay.
Damn it, that didn't go so well. I'm gonna pump another one in.
Oh no, it's all good.
Nope. I always figured AJ, what's the max carry weight?
You can have 20 sockets. Well, 23 with the bag.
Alright, cool. I have heaps of extra carry weight, so just because I can pop them into cards, I'm just gonna pop, unless anyone wants any of them, I'm just gonna pop all 3 of the swords and bows. So I'll have 3 short bows, 3 scimitars, and then just like a bundle of arrows.
You know what? Wait, hang on. Am I even proficient in scimitars?
I'm not.
It's a market weapon. I am not. Never mind.
After a little while, like, you guys start rummaging through their stuff, Mayu, like, sort of uncomfortably stands, like, a distance away because she's sort of realizing the bodies aren't disappearing. And she's trying to sort of disassociate from that. Not think that, like,
Yeah,
you know...
I want to point out from like immediate like end of fight to like that time when you come to realize Kaede has already moved away and she's like in that direction, ready to move forward. And it's just like kind of waiting for people to go up to her.
Yeah, I just go and stand next to you awkwardly as well after a while.
Can I insight the 2 of them?
You may.
Go for it. Would this be 1 roll or 2? Like 1 for each, or 1 as a
You can do
collective?
1.
Just do
Okay.
one, just
Let's-
against,
let's do that.
and then what they tell you is what they tell you, unless they're hiding it.
Disassociating as hard as I can right now.
Well, I think she is kind of like trying to hide, so I'll roll something. I know it won't be much though. It'll just show how much information gets thrown out. I mean, you've definitely seen something similar from Kaede before, in a few spots. It always seems to be when there's something that it seems like they're not taking to cause. It's that there's something there that just makes her uncomfortable, and then she just and probably maybe even noticed once in the fight hesitating, and then yeah, she just kind of just stares off. Not you can't really see her face. There's not much really gain from that.
Once,
I'd say,
yes.
Mayu seems to like handle it like different, like a lot better than last time, where it was like the people who were just like trying to rob us. Basically, these people were like kind of openly going after us to kill us.
They were
Um,
hideous.
So like it was more of like I guess like yeah, it's self-defense. Like she wasn't holding back in the fight, but now it's kind of just like that awkwardness of like, oh, not again.
Yeah, Haito just
Alright.
like. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Once like she finishes like looting the bodies and like works out if she wants, like she like picks up the scimitar, is like considering it, and then is like, I don't know how to use this, so gives it to Haito. Looks
Haito-
over and notices you two. Yeah.
Because Hato also doesn't know how to use it. He takes it. He's like, discards all 6 weapons, and he's like, "Well, after the unfortunate circumstance we had, I lost any weapon I had. So even one I can't use very well is better than nothing." And you can tell like that little silly kind of sun drunk that he was acting is gone, as he's a lot more serious now. You can tell it was clearly an act he was putting on.
Druids can use scimitars, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
You want one?
Would she understand? Would she understand
Probably
that?
Yeah, when going into an advanced
like-
class, your proficiencies and your tools and weapon proficiencies change with you, so you'd understand
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah. So she has like the innate knowledge of like what she can and can't use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She'll actually pocket one of the scimitars then.
Go for it. I already knocked it off my sheets. Just put on yours.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. And alright. And then realizing that Haito's thing was an act, just be like, why the act?
Well, I thought these people were acting. Well, they said they were going to eat us, and I was thinking that they're not going to take us seriously, especially if they think we're exhausted. So, if all of a sudden these exhausted people start doing reckless things, they might run away. I am very tired. I did not particularly want to fight them to the death.
No. Yeah. Well, okay.
I also didn't want
I
to
mean,
get eaten,
well,
though.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Glad you were actually coherent. I'll be honest. You had me fooled.
Well, then I guess I'm a better actor than I thought. Because I thought that they would stop stabbing me if they thought I was incompetent, but they all started stabbing me. So
Wouldn't
it
that
kind of did the opposite.
Yeah. Wouldn't that just make them think that you're a more vulnerable and easier target?
Potentially. There was a risk there, and that's clearly the angle they took.
Alright. Well, just give me a sec, and then we can, if you're alright, we can
I'm
keep going.
fine. Yeah, let's keep going. I'm already tired. We might as well get to the oasis and have a rest.
Alright. And then she'll go over to the other two, be like, "Hey, are you guys okay?"
Yep.
I do want to point out there's at least distance between even me and Mayu, like a good like. 5 to
Okay,
10 feet.
she'll.
She's
she'll go to-
nearby, but like I'm purposely keeping a bit of distance.
Okay, she'll go like more towards like Mayu, like ask her.
Mayu probably
Uh,
like walked up to you and you probably like drifted off after a while, so
Yeah.
she kind of just like awkwardly like hugged her arms, sort of like standing there like, "Mm."
Does my insight carry over for if that yup is alright? Especially since I know that she does not look like she's alright.
Disassociating. Yup.
Mayu.
No, it's all good.
It just gives like a stern look as like I know you aren't okay.
Look, I'm doing my best right now. Okay.
Look, they were going to kill us.
I
We
know.
have-
It's okay. Please don't. I'm doing my best right now.
Okay, but if you need to talk about it, do so.
If I need to talk about it and not bury it, I'll talk about it, but not right now.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's not best to bury it. You should probably talk about it at some point.
Yeah, I know what I really want to talk about right now, but maybe later. Nothing.
Okay.
As you all...
And yeah, just looks into wherever Kaede is. Like, Kaede, you okay?
Imagine you'd have to walk up to her.
Okay,
a
yeah,
little bit
just,
distance.
yeah,
She just turns.
yeah, depending on
and
how
looks at
far
you.
away she is. Kaede,
Doesn't say anything. Yes.
are you alright?
Looks back at the scene over there. Looks back to you. Do I need to answer that? Do I need to answer that one?
Yeah, oh, okay. Sorry, what'd you say?
Do I need to answer that?
I would prefer if you did.
Go silent.
I had things pop up to click on.
So good.
I'm satisfied with just a yes or no. You don't have to elaborate right now.
If your aim is to trying to help, the conversation ends here.
Okay, but the door is open, and she'll head
She
back
nods.
to Z and Haito. Alright, I'm done.
Yeah, as you all start walking towards the oasis, it takes 2 hours. However, as Haito, the first hour passes, you are still very tired, and gain another level of exhaustion. As such, the party slows down.
I thought we'd get here before I got the second level of exhaustion.
Rip.
Well,
I
you...
thought 2 hours is one tile.
It is, but you decided to press on from when you got exhausted last time instead of resting. So every hour after that you make a save.
Oh, okay, every hour after.
Yeah.
I see.
Damn.
I thought I would be another every next 3 hours for the next one.
Now I know that, I guess.
That's because you decided to press on. If you didn't press
Yeah,
on and rested, it would have been fine.
I didn't actually know that those were the rules. Maybe.
But you slow the party down, so it takes an additional hour after that as well. So can I get a third one?
Fuck's sake.
You get us to stop.
Oh god.
Okay, you're good.
I also imagine part of mine is you, trying to carry Haito and help him.
I come in clutch and basically
The bless isn't there, so that's a 13.
I feel like at some point when Haito's just gone full limp, like jelly arms, she's just pretty much tries to sort of not so much piggyback, but kind of partial carry.
As you break through the oasis, you see that there are numerous campsites set up around the perimeter of what seems to be a large body of water with trees interspersed here. There doesn't seem to be any proper residents. There's no one in charge or anything, but it seems like a campsite and relaxation spot for many.
Yeah, Haito doesn't waste any time finding a good place, sitting down, and building the hut.
You're gonna...
As soon as they get to the area, Maya just drops to her knees, just oh thank god.
Can you?
We need it.
It's a ritual spell.
Okay, yep. Fair enough.
I don't bother having it prepared because I can always ritual cast it.
She's kind of hanging around waiting for you to finish the ritual cast. Because it's like, knowing that you're probably going to pass out pretty soon after, but she also wants to, like, chat with you. But also not wanting to distract you while you cast a ritual.
Yeah, like the spell finishes, the dome apparates, this one being like kind of a sandy brown color. The blanket gets tossed out, and then the shibari rope goes and starts wrapping around the outside to like tie up what it can. And then you just like see him. You can't really see inside, but you poke your head in, and he just like goes, "All right, that is done," and then just falls sideways on the ground and rolls onto his back.
Hey,
Hello,
could you tell me about quackers?
quackers. They are small, furry marsupials who have no natural predators on the island they are from, so they don't know to run away. Well, most of the time they have birds that hunt them, and they have a tendency of throwing their children at the birds in order for them to escape. But they are small, furry, and rather cute.
Have you ever seen one?
I have been to the island.
Oh, are they really cute?
Yes.
Are they fluffy?
Not really, actually. They're a bit fluffy, but it's kind of like coarse. It's like rough patting them. You're also not meant to touch them, but I don't think anyone actually does that.
I read about them once. Did you know in Japan there's an island that is just a cat island?
Yes, Cat Island. It was televised in a lot of places around the world because it was very strange. There's just cats everywhere.
There's also another island that has a special type of cat, but you don't see them very often because they're kind of rare. But it's sort of like a conservation place, and they're called remote cats, and they're very cute. I've heard about it, but I didn't ever get to go there.
Sounds like a fun place if you could see the cats.
Yeah.
I went to
Oh my
the
God.
Quokka Island once. It was nice. Quokkas are cute. I got sunburned.
You got sunburnt today too.
Yeah.
So did I.
Turns out the sun is hot.
Yeah. Okay, you can sleep now. I just wanted to talk about the quackers.
That's all good.
Thank you.
Anytime I will tell you about quokkas.
Thank you.
Near the
Good
end of
night.
that near the end of that conversation, you, like May's just in the background, just dragging herself into the tent or the hut.
I feel like I try to keep it on the down low because I know that Haito doesn't like talking about that he's from Australia. But she wants to hear about the quackers. She wants a wholesome comfort story. And then he tells her about the quackers throwing their children at bed. Like, good job, Haito. She just blocked it. She was like, it's fine. But yeah.
He does what he does best. As you pull yourself in May, he just looks at her and goes, "Good evening, May. Welcome to the bubble."
Hi. Oh, it's
I
nice
just
and
points up at the ceiling and goes, "Prestidigitation," and just cools the blanket.
Would anyone like any water?
I have 2 water skins. I am
Is
okay.
anyone low on water? Does anyone need anything?
They probably answers
I
that
could.
point.
I mean, I still have some water, but I can easily finish this and get a refill
Yep.
if that's an option.
Sure is. She casts create food and water. I didn't hear what you said either, Kay.
I was just saying it like it's probably like in the middle of that, like Payday probably comes at this point too. Just probably like as you're about creating the food and water, that's when she comes in.
More water for people if they want to indulge in water. And some
Thank you.
food.
Just starts.
It's just
chugging the
bland,
water.
but it's still water.
I just yells out, like, "Z, you're welcome to sleep in here as well. And so is Laura, I think she'll fit."
I got some extra
Okay.
water, Z.
It'd be a tight fit, but Laura could fit. She's a medium-sized creature.
Were they not
Yeah.
invited in the beginning?
No, they always are.
Yeah, they get in. Laura, like she sets up a bedroll and her blanket and then like just sits on it as as Laura comes in as well and rests. And the reason I found out why for some reason Laura was prone. I don't understand how, but it was. That
Oh,
didn't
I
take,
see.
but
She was
Weird.
crawling the whole time.
she did her best. You know what? It worked.
She rolled a nat 20, so you know what? That's pretty good. I bring water over to Laurel and Z.
Z, can I pet Laura?
You can certainly try.
Yay.
Heard that phrase before.
She just like lifts an arm to like to go to pat her.
Yeah,
On
roll
like the
a
side.
roll a charisma check.
Okay.
You thought it was an animal handling, you idiot.
Or an animal. It's a dragon.
Exactly.
Yeah, as you yeah, she lets you pet him. She feels cool to the touch.
Oh,
You're really good with animals. I wouldn't have tried that in a pink fit.
well, why not?
I worked
She
in
seems
a
nice.
volunteer shelter, and you never pat the new animals until you figure out whether or not they want it or not. But it looks like you just have a knack with them.
Well, asked I asked Z. I assume if she didn't want to be pet, Z would have warned to be like, "Oh no, she's not good for petting." At this point, like when I find like how cool she is, it, like goes from petting to like slowly like leaning up on her to like lay on her a little, like not on top of her, but just like leaning against her.
I think I'll just offer the water. I think you're getting all the cuddles you need from May here. Here you go. She just like puts it down on the ground for Laura and like hands Z some water and food.
So I'm gonna ask, how are you creating this water?
Create food and water spell.
Yeah, but is it in anything, or are you just putting 30 gallons of water in the sand? Because
hilarious.
there, you need to put it in something.
It's put directly
I
into
never
the water
thought
skins.
about it that way. Look, I guess I just refill all of our water skins.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking if you were just how you were showing this off.
I did
'cause-
not think that far. Yeah, no, I fill everyone's water skins up with.
Because I think 35 gallons fills this bucket, and everyone needs to start to drown. Especially Haito, because he can't leave.
The water is allowed to leave.
No, the water stays.
Wouldn't that be a thing of like you make the bubble, you bring it to the water is not allowed to leave, and then you fill up the bubble like halfway and it becomes a little pool?
It's like a pool. It's awesome.
Just turn it upside.
Well,
Haito's
it's
porta
like-
pool.
Why would you
It's
just
a
not
pool
turn
that the
it?
host can't leave.
Why would you just not turn it upside down? Make it an
That's
actual pool.
amazing.
Expel
And
the
then it's
dirt
like-
so the ground will fit the hemisphere, and then fill that with water.
At some point, you just let it leave when you want to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, you usually summon the bubble and it goes away.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Waste
no,
of water.
No, no,
fill
no.
everyone's water skins up, and I make the food. I probably don't make like the 45 pounds of food and 30
Yeah.
gallons of water, but yeah.
Well, it only lasts one day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that lasts for a day.
Yeah. It's enough for us to have like a nice, like a hearty meal. Yeah.
Yeah, you feed and fill everyone up with water. I think before I continue, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. So if you've got a scene, let me know. If not, we'll just take a secondary mini bio break.
I'm happy to
I haven't got any things.
Okay, yeah, we'll just do a
It's loud here.
quick mini bio break. Just go to the toilet, get some water if you haven't yet. I'll be right back.
Video bit 2.
I am still here for now. Man, magic resist is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Freaking Yanti.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I'm glad they're dead.
Oh, plus that, we now have 3 scimitars, 3 shortbows to sell.
Yeah.
Listen, I have 4 GP. I'll take whatever money I can get. I'm at 18 out of 23 carry weight right
Yeah.
now.
Ah, okay. 10, 11.
Well, I will like, happily relay to everyone that I in fact only have twins. There is no third child hiding amongst the uterus.
The
Just
secret third.
2, but they are very wiggly. In the time that we had the screening done, which took like an hour and a half nearly, they moved completely. Like one was, when we started, one was like laying on its back sideways, and then the other was upside down, and then they basically just like one faced another way and one went like sideways, and then they faced away, and then they were upside down again. And it was like, please make up your mind. These people are trying to get photos of you to see if all your parts are in the right spot. But we don't know the gender yet. They're too small.
Do you know if they're like the fraternal or identical, or is that like only something you can figure out like what once they're born and like develop? Or
I
if
asked that.
genders?
I asked that, but apparently the radiologists don't really know. I think they sort of said they can, like, antenatal might have more answers, but at this stage, it could be either way. It's more of a chance of being fraternal because that's more common.
Mm.
They have their own egg sacs and everything, so that's a good sign. I think, like, identical can have their own, but, like, if they were in their own, I think it's always identical.
Okay.
Like if they share one, but it's also not as safe. Like it's better if they have their own, because if they're both going off the same placenta, then it's like there's more of a risk that one won't get enough nutrients and shit like that.
Mhm.
But no, they're all good. They're just like super full of beans. So and that's always a really bad sign because my mum always said that my sister, when she was like a baby, she was like full of beans, and she was like hyperactive ADD kid, and there's 2 of them. But yeah, so that was fun. The gross sugar drink test was not so fun, but we made it. We survived.
So you're saying you did not enjoy the sugar drink?
No, I felt really sick in the morning. I got up at like 7:15, and like I have a thing where it's like I can't clean my teeth without having food first when I'm pregnant, because I get very, very, very nauseous if I clean my teeth and like on an empty stomach. Go figure. So I had to do that, and then I was like, oh, I feel disgusting, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. Went there, took the drink. It's 300 mils as well. It's cold at least. It's like hyper concentrated sugary drink, like a lemonade with not the nice lemon taste, with like twice the sugar, not fizzy, and you gotta drink it in 5 minutes. They're just like, yep, drink that in 5 minutes and then go sit in the waiting room for an hour, and then they call you in and they take your blood, and then you gotta sit for another hour. All the while you're not allowed to eat anything or drink anything.
It sounds like fun.
It's horrible. It's so boring, and you feel so sick, and you just want to be done with the place. I was tired. I was just like, please let me go home.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, I was just saying to the guys, there are 2 babies, not 3 or 4. There is just 2.
5 babies? That's interesting.
100% there are just 2, and but they are like 100% full of beans. They're like, when I was getting the scan, they went all over the place. I think they did like 5 different backflips.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to.
We're both gonna play basketball and
They're
football.
both gonna be like break dancers.
At least you don't have to go to breakdancing shows. You can just let them go there. You have to go to sports.
They're gonna be sporty. No. But yeah, so sugar drink kind of sucked. The scan was kind of fun, but it went for way too long. They go for like an hour and a half, and you're just like, please let me go. I need to pee. So yeah, Darian's not back yet.
What a
It's
fool.
probably a bad sign.
How are you feeling? We're almost at 11.
Yeah.
I'm fine in general. I just had a bad morning.
We can end it then. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I slept like. I mean, I had to get up pretty early, so I'm down to end early if you guys are.
Plus, it's also been really loud, so I've been like having to mute constantly in and out.
Yeah.
so good.
It's no fun.
Alright, well, we can end it and Darren can join back to an end game. I don't mind. He's not missing out on anything.
I don't think he'll care.
He's missing out a lot, actually.
As you are, you will.
Furiously wiping in there.
I need to get
Here he
out.
comes.
He's running.
As you all take a long rest and you wake up on the 31st of August, after your first full month in the game, in the Oasis. That's what we'll call it here. I know it's a bit shorter than most, but people are sick and did stuff today, so we'll call it early. Tomorrow I'm going to play Nier Replicant. It's fun. It's like Nier Automata, but in the before times when there was magic and people.
Replicants.
I'm not sure. I think the replicants are the robots in the second one. What? I don't understand. The Tuesday is Dust and Elysian Tale. I played this game before. I'm just gonna play it again because I never really finished it. It's lots of fun. I'll probably leave it open VC, so people can join if they want to. Wednesday is starting again in Pokemon. We're gonna try and beat it. The PB is two from Iris. You know, that's the PB. We got 2 attempts to beat Iris. Otherwise, then I'm done. Or maybe not. We'll see how far the runs go. Thursday is Divinity 2 with friends. You can join the crew of Captain Grungletooth as they do stupid shit, apparently.
Die a lot.
We spent 40 minutes having an issue because Rebecca somehow's game fucked her over. For 40 minutes we were wondering what was going on, and it was a simple file exchange that we needed to
And
fix.
you know what worse? It felt like it didn't solve any issues.
And then the best part about it was that like we were probably just not waiting long enough for that black screen.
No, we were. That first wait was like twice as long as what that last one was.
Yeah, true.
The thing is, it didn't matter about the wait because it wouldn't have worked because she didn't have the
Of the five.
mod.
Fair point.
Well, I mean, yeah, it did seem like it still wasn't working because I had the 4th thing. But like you know, like how we're trying to work out if like when you're on the main menu and like if that like text thing was in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually know if it was there or not because I was in like windowed mode, so like a small bit of the bottom of the screen was like cut off.
Oh.
So it could have been there,
But the
and I
file
just
wasn't
didn't
there.
see it. But yeah, I mean, it still seemed like there was a problem anyway.
Next Friday will be session 53 of Echoes of the Forgotten. They're in a cool place where their stories don't match up and they have to have brain-hurty conversations now. That's what the entire thing was, right, Darren? Not the cool weapon, it was just to fuck them over.
Well, Billy doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're just getting out of this place. It's weird.
But we also don't know what's happening next session as DMs, so that's a struggle.
Maybe I can help guide you on that.
And then and in 2 weeks' time we're back for chapter 15 of Guardians Rebirth. They're on the treasure hunt. It's fun. You know what's not fun? The desert.
No.
Does
You
it
don't go into the desert. You don't come back.
They
The
don't
sun
come
is
back.
evil.
The sun be evil. And we'll call it there. So we'll talk to you all later. Have a good evening. And good night. Bye bye.
Bye.